Hello everybody. Let me move this to here a little bit. I'm just going to give everyone a couple minutes to get in because I'm going to be changing some stuff today and I actually need your guys' help for that. Let's move this back a tiny bit to there. That's fine. Right. Can everybody hear my voice, first of all? I think that's a good place to start. So I spent many hours tweaking things last night to help with the dual streaming, and the audio is probably going to be all over the place. So that's the reason why I decided to go live like an extra 30 minutes or so early. I'm also noticing there is a bit of a delay in the replies in the chat, but it is set to low latency, which is okay there. So it might just be a delay with the multi-chat function. And Adam's on Twitch as well saying that he can hear me, so that's good. So what I was spending last night doing was finding a way. So now I've managed to get the dual streaming working, so at least you can see me on both sides. I wanted a way of being able to listen to music and Twitch be able to hear the music, but YouTube not be able to hear the music, so I don't get copyright striked or demonetized completely. Because I know that the VOD on Twitch will be like muted, but I might just turn the music off for the main event or the heats, whatever it may be. There's also, you can see under my face cam really briefly there is the faintest chat you've ever seen in your life, and that's not working. So I am going to turn that off, so it's not there at all, rather than messing around with it. And I think I might have got it working. Thank you very much, Scope, for the Prime. There's going to be a lot of me saying that today, I reckon, because they're big streams today, so hopefully it goes well. And obviously now it pops up on screen as well. So there's a couple things I will need from you guys as the night progresses. It's just telling you what the audio levels are like, or telling me what the audio levels are like. Because usually if I'm just streaming on YouTube and someone like donates, you know, I've got that sound of the two-stroke hitting whoops. I can't hear that anymore. So I need you guys to tell me if it's like too loud and I can adjust it on my OBS that way. That's what I kind of need from you guys. And then I also just need to know what the balance is like between like the game and my microphone. And if anybody could also just give me a yes or no on if the bike sound is synced. So I'm just going to rev it a couple times. If anyone can let me know how that is. It's synced as well. Cool. Nice, thank you. Yeah, it's Faith. The Twitch VOD track for OBS, I can only change that if I am signed into OBS through Twitch at first, and then that messes with some other things on the YouTube side for me. So I'm signed in through YouTube, and then Twitch is the secondary. But I know exactly what you're talking about. But I only really found out about it late last night after I'd already changed a bunch of things. So I didn't want to go through the effort of like redoing it all again. So I might change that a little bit in the future. Bike sound is a bit low for the YouTube side. Well, what I can do is if I press this button here, I go to MX Bikes Audio and I turn that up a little bit more. And I'll leave that like there for now. So that should just be like the tiniest bit louder. Voice is a bit louder on Twitch than it is on YouTube. It should be the same. I've not got a specific slider for each. It's just a one and done. The only thing that I need to make sure is working, which I'll do in a second once we get like the baseline levels okay. 1 second delay. Do you know how long a second is? Let's have a look. Because a second is a very long time. That is... Have a look. What do you mean second? There's not a second delay at all. I've just watched... Do you know how long a second is? No, that's fine. That's synced up completely. That's really short. That's fine. I won't mess with that at all. And then the other thing... So I'm just going to keep off everything. The bike is still really quiet in comparison. Why not practicing rated version? It's not out yet, Irish Gasman. It's out in 28 minutes from now. I just went live a little bit earlier today so we can get all the technical problems out of the way since I'm messing around with things. Right. So you guys saying the bike is still quite quiet? I feel like it's quite quiet anyway compared to my voice. Let me turn it up a little bit more. I'm going to put it on... So the MX Bike's audio is now set to 320%. And then the other thing that I wanted to mess around with was... I've got people in here right now that are on the YouTube side of things, and I've got people in here right now that are on the Twitch side of things. I am about to play music for like 5 seconds. And I'm going to stop playing it straight afterwards. Because if YouTube can hear it, the stream will get demonetized. But so music is playing right now at the same time as me, and I've stopped. So if YouTube can hear it, say yes or no. If Twitch can say it, say yes or no. Because ideal world, YouTube no, so I don't get demonetized, and Twitch yes, because Twitch allows it. Coop is saying you can't hear it on YouTube, so that's good. I'm happy with that. But I am going to turn that down in my own ears. Okay, cool. So YouTube's fine. YouTube cannot hear, Twitch can, Twitch yes. W, right, cool. So I did get it all sorted out. I made a playlist of compiling a whole bunch of old like MX vs ATV game songs. So I'm going to play that throughout the night as well. But then that also comes into play with the audio and the sliders, trying to get things all leveled out. So yeah, I feel like we're over the biggest hurdle so far today. I'm sure we'll adjust things as the night progresses as we go. I made the mistake last night because I had to put up a YouTube stream to do a tiny bit of testing myself to go and listen to it all, and I forgot to set it as unlisted. So, and there was like 10 people just the second it went live, just instantly jumped in, and I was like, gamers, not meant to be doing this right now. Let me take that back down. Yeah, Twitch ads are frustrating. I agree. Like they're just so long. There's so many of them. Yet there's not even a choice to turn them off, even if you wanted to. You always have to have a minimum of like 3 minutes of ads per hour. But that's why everybody should use all of their Prime subs on me, you know? That's just like Fixie. That's not even a Prime sub. That is just straight up they have subbed. Thank you very much, Fixie and its Faith, for the subs as well. Very much appreciated. I also last night had to go and update all of like my tax info and stuff on Twitch to make sure I'm eligible to earn payouts from it as well. Main rim's hard to get on a 250. Well, I guess is it this one here? I mean, to be honest, I'm hoping that the initial like jump face into this section's a bit different on the rutted version, because I've been struggling on it as well. Comparing streams, Twitch is behind. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's fine. There'll always be. I don't think they'll ever be perfectly synced up. They'll be out one way or the other. I don't like you. I think at the moment, you kind of have to put your focus in terms of like settings and stream delay and things like that into one of them. You don't have like full-fledged functionality to change everything about both of them. Hello Randy, welcome back again. Well, I'm also looking at a different place on my other monitor right now as well, because everything on my OBS is moved around all over the place. I'll show you guys the absolute spaceship that I'm working with right now. If I put on display capture, hang on, I'm just going to check I'm not leaking anything here before I move it over to the other screen. No important information. No, it's fine. So this is what we're rocking with right now. So I've got all of my audio levels over here. Let me turn my face cam off quickly. So I've set up different audio tracks for everything. So MX Bikes, Spotify, YouTube alerts, Twitch alerts, microphone, they're all different. I've got the combined multi-chat going on here. I've got all of the notifications coming through on this one. So thank you, Sean, for the Prime as well. Much appreciated. And then I've got my actual thing that I can watch here. Got like the stop stream and all that. On the left-hand side, I've got where I choose so that, you know, like start the intro and all that good stuff. and then I've got the multi-streaming options down here, which you can go in and kind of change various options. So it's a little bit messy. I probably could do with having a third monitor, but I don't think I've got that much room left on my desk, to be honest. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I don't usually play with music on, so it's going to be weird. But I'll probably have the music going through qualifying, and then I'll turn it off for the heat race to focus, and then I'll have it going on again in between heat race and main, and then I'll turn it on again for the main event. I'll turn it off for the main event to focus again. Got the little triple in, triple again. Track release has not been delayed, so I'll probably have to say this a couple times tonight. But for those of you folks that are from the US, you guys have already had your daylight savings time, so your clocks have changed. In Europe, our clocks have not changed yet, so that is why the race seems like it's a different time. So for me right now, the time is exactly the same as it always is, and it's just for you guys it seems different. So when our clocks change as well, whenever that is, in like a week or so, or maybe it's this weekend, I'm not sure. Whenever that happens, it will go back to regular time for you the US folk. Do you think the left hand that jumps you into... that jumps you onto another jump face is going to get slick during the race? What, like this one here that I've just hit, Dakota, after that left-hander? If so, I don't think it should be too bad, because there will be ruts that will kind of line you up. I think it'll be slick on this smooth version here, because you're kind of still turning at the same time, and you've got nothing to bank your wheels off of. But if you have a rut there, then you'll probably have a lot more grip as well. I'm good, thank you, Dio. Yeah, I actually... Does anybody know what, like, the hard cap bitrate limit is on Twitch? Because when I tried doing multi-stream in the past, I matched my YouTube bitrate at first, which was 10k, which is way too high. It just poos itself and gives you a black screen and doesn't work. Then I put it on 6k, because I googled it and they said about 5 to 6k is the cap. And 6k didn't work either, it was black screen. So now I've got it on 5k and it seems to work fine, but it is definitely more blurry than the YouTube side of things is anyway. But I think that's kind of... You just kind of have to pick your poison, really, because the MX Bikes is a hard game to record in a good quality, just because of how quick all the dirt's coming towards the screen. So I think the YouTube's always going to be a slightly higher quality to watch. And yeah, to give you the prime example, again, if I just sit still right now for a couple of seconds, everything is fine. It's only once I start moving again that it goes blurry. Oh, I'm not actually on a Suzuki, Nickel. I am on a KTM 450. I've just put a model swap on it. Yeah, the Suzuki is quite sluggish. 6k is recommended. I'll try 6k again for the next stream then. John, another issue that I had is... So I stream on YouTube in 2560 by 1440, so 2k quality. Yesterday, last night when I was testing things, I thought, let me try and descale the Twitch stream to 1920 by 1080, because then it won't look quite as blurry as it does in 2K right now. However, what happened was, if I move my game capture quickly, so it looked like this, so the screen was smaller and everything around the outsides of the screen was all kinds of wonky. And I don't know how to go about changing that, so today I've had to go live in 2K on both of them again to stop that from happening. It seemed to be a rescale issue. I mean, the alternative could just be streaming on both YouTube and on Twitch in 1920 1080. Yeah, I've got separate bit rates. It was the scaling that was giving me issues with separating the scaling, trying to downscale it. It made it look really, really strange on Twitch. Yes, saw Bogle's back on a Suzuki. Very happy for him. I like Justin. Got a soft spot for him. He's one of us. He's a gamer. Yeah, right now I'm running 5k Twitch and 10k YouTube. I need to be careful with doing too much anyway, just in case my internet can't handle it, because there's limitations to it. One thing I'm very curious about is the computer performance implications of having a multi-stream on. Because every now and then I'll be a little bit framey on bikes from streaming. So we'll see if it affects it even more that it's going through Twitch at the same time. I'll be honest with you, in terms of qualifying times, I don't think I've even run a lap without crashing on the smooth version of this track once on a 450. So I've got no clue what 250 times are going to be like on the rutted version. Things will change completely. How long we got, by the way? 17 minutes. 17 minutes until the track comes out. Oh. I think the stepping onto that second tabletop in this rhythm here is going to be a big thing for qualifying times. I changed the aspect ratio for Twitch. I don't know. I think that falls into the same ballpark as the... They're both... yeah, so hang on. 2560 by 1440 is still 16 by 9, isn't it? In the same way that 1920 1080 is 16 by 9. 2560 1440, 16 by 9. I suppose we can use the heat race as a good test, can't we, for what the frames are going to be like. I think based on the preview video that we saw from Stone Rider, I think this track's going to be very, very heavily inside dominant. There's a lot of tight inside lines that'll be good. Hello, Brock. Yeah, I went live a little bit earlier today just to try and make sure all of the multi-stream stuff was all sorted and working. But yeah, to any of the subs and follows on Twitch, thank you very much. It is appreciated. I'm still new when it comes to all of the Twitch terminology and how it all works, so there'll be a teething period for a while. Oh, it's over the buzz. Yeah, I really do struggle with that, getting that triple in consistently. It's almost like the bike doesn't get as much pop as you expect it to. It's the jump face on the jump ins, like, really, really strange. I'm very surprised that they didn't turn it... So on the rutted version, I'm surprised they haven't turned it into like a roller that you just kind of pop your front wheel over and then triple afterwards. So the schedule for tonight is the track releases in 15 minutes from now. We then get 30 minutes to practice the track. We then have 30 minutes of qualifying after that, and then it's just, you know, the rest of the night, heat races, LCQs, main events. Hard to put an exact time frame on them. But it is East-West Showdown tonight. So it'll be fun. I'll probably tune in to Talon's stream and have a watch of him commentating that race. One thing that I'm going to have to refrain myself from doing a lot is humming or singing along to the songs that I can hear and Twitch can hear, but YouTube can't. Because then the people on YouTube are going to be like, what is this guy doing? Like, is he going insane? Yeah, I keep tagging... I think it's just a very precise landing on the triple, because I'm trying to downside it nicely to then get the next triple. But I keep tagging the back end, so I need to go a little bit further than I already am. GP's round 1 is on Monday. I was making a personal playlist to stream with, and then I realised people probably aren't going to enjoy my own music playlist, so let me just use music that motocross gamers all love, which is all of the MX vs ATV soundtracks. I had no idea until I researched last night. Did you know that all of the music in MX vs ATV Reflex, there's no words, there's no songs, it's just actual music, there's no singing, and it's all done by the same people. They made like 10 plus songs for the game, and that was it. And all the songs are called like motocross related terms like 50-foot drop, whole shot, tabletop, all stuff like that. I had no idea until I looked into that last night. And I also have a nice little surprise for myself, which I will engage with as soon as I crash next. To take the edge off today. Sometimes I munch these whoops, and other times I get into them like way too deep. Speak for yourself, you paper tigers. This one's from Alive. It was like my favourite one from Alive. So good. I was so good at Alive back in the day. Holy. I was a PlayStation gamer, and at one point in time, on the Lexington Supercross track, I had every single world record lap time. 125, 250, 450, all of the quad records as well. Oh, I was insane. My literal PlayStation name back then, I was that much of a sweat, was MX versus ATV _ Alive. That was, I made a whole PlayStation ID for that game. God, what a time. What a time to be alive. Oh no. Oh no, maybe don't get all sketchy on the first whoop. Alive was your favourite one. I do think that's when the decline side happening, is after Alive. It'll win a little bit more downhill. Does anybody... I can't remember the name of the track now. Was it Kanoko? Something like that? The snow map, this really small figure of 8? I don't remember just grinding it for getting credits and XP. Just whack them on all-star difficulty, lowest amount of laps possible, and just muscle your way through. Wasn't All Out the same physics as Alive, or am I tripping? Oh no, I think that was Encore. Supercross Encore was the same physics as Alive. But yeah, Reflex was great. I will say, I know they were obviously all arcade games, but Alive was definitely more arcadey than Reflex was, when you had like the Clutch Master and things like that. Like Clutch Boost, preload shit as well. Hello, Els. Thank you for the follow on Twitch as well, Brock. Again, just feel free to update me as the night goes on, gamers, in terms of audio levels and just general advice on the quality and things like that. I know Twitch is always going to be a little bit more blurry, but I do fear that it's just a MX Bikes and Twitch limitation. I think Encore was the last MX vs ATV game that I bought in terms of like as and when they came out. I've gone back and like bought things after the fact, all the way up until Legends. Can anybody do a fact check for me on the Google side of things? What year did Encore come out? Because would that cut-off have been right around the time that I moved over to playing MX Sim in 2015? Maybe that's why I stopped playing them. I'm not sure when the first AMCA round is, to be honest. I've not got a Scooby-Doo. I've not spoke to Ben in quite a while. Not spoke to him since I went down south. I mean, I feel smooth today so far. It's not like super sketchy. Definitely not fast by any means, but yeah, it's alright. Are you off out? Alright, have a fun time. Catch you later. Goodbye. Linda's off to for a little drinky drink with one of her with the friends from work. What we wait for? Oh 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 oh. So yeah, that's probably why I stopped playing the MX vs ATV games. Then I would have moved over to MX Simulator. I had to get another PS4 controller. Brad, nothing else works for me on MX bikes. So I've got a PS5 controller that I use for everything. You know, Call of Duty, Rocket League, MX Simulator, everything. And then MX bikes only, I have just standard PS4 controller. Oh, that's what it's going to do. We may or may not have alcohol for the stream today. Get the alcoholic beverages flowing. Little Disaronno and Coke. Track comes out in... Oh, actually, shit. Thank you for reminding me. I need to download the track. Oh, no. I've been logged out of the shop. Hang on, I got to find my password. It's like 20 plus characters long, so I never remember. Whole bunch of numbers and letters. I should really write this down somewhere. I've just got like a picture of it on my phone. So I have to do a lot of scrolling. Where is it? There it is, right. Is that a 0 or is that a O? Hmm. Log in. Two-factor authentication as well. Holy guacamole, Nico, what are you doing to me? Yeah, I need to make sure I get this downloaded before the shop website poos itself and goes really slow. Right, log in. 1 second, gamers, I can't see the chat at all right now whilst I'm doing this. I am human, I think. I'm only human, after all. Right, round 10. Download selected. Track comes out in 6.5 minutes. Right, download's going fast, so I've got it pre-downloaded now, so it shouldn't be slow when the password releases. Cool. Good, good, good. Just bought an engagement ring. I was going to say that surely Mrs. Brad should be getting a fat old rock on her finger with all them shop sales. She's eating good, surely. Hello, Brady. Oh, too much. What was the name of the Enduro Cross track? The first was it? Oh, I don't know if it was the first or second one. I think there was 2 Enduro Cross tracks on Untamed. Is it called like Lincoln or something like that? But anyway, I really enjoyed the Enduro Cross on them. It was fine until you'd hit one of the logs a little bit too fast and you'd just ejecto-ceto and go flying. I do, to be fair, I hate buying new controllers just because like they are expensive. And I do think that PS4 controllers don't last as long as like an Xbox 360 controller used to. Because I had the same Xbox controller on Sim for like 4 years. But I seem to be going through PS4 controllers every couple of months at this rate. How are people stepping onto this, by the way, without ruts? Because I know people are. Well, it's going to probably be on a downfall when MTG releases. I think the amount of players will go down, but I don't think the game's going to completely disappear. Because it's the same way now where MX Sim and MX Bikes have their own split communities as well. People are just going to gravitate towards whatever game they prefer. But I'm not. It's not like I'm still going to be sitting playing MX Bikes every day when MTG comes out. I'll be rotating between all of them anyway. My thing as well is I'd rather buy a controller that I'm more comfy with more regularly than spend, you know, like the 300 or so on a scuff or something stupid like that and then not actually like it that much. I've never heard of somebody refer to a rock on a ring as an overpriced piece of carbon, but that is such a good way of looking at it. Unfortunately, if I was to say that to Linda, I don't think she'd let it slide. I just have a bad feeling we're going to be quadding into here as well. Actually, I can't remember from the preview video if there was a rut going into the face of that jump or not. No idea. No, I've got no idea when MTG comes out at all. I'm out of the loop on it. I don't think private model swap is the right word for this, Nickel, but the guy that made it, Dashpack, sent it to me in my DMs, so I don't know if it's just there is a public way of going about it, or if he actively sells it, or whatever. We're like, oh, 2.5 minutes to go. You miss when controller buttons were pressure sensitive. I don't remember them bit. They're actually like the face buttons. Pressure sensitive? Surely not. To be fair, with all that kind of stuff, it just leaves more room for things to go wrong. Oh, see, why can't I munch the whips like that every lap? I couldn't tell you what I'd done different. I just managed to get on top of them a little bit better, but I don't know what inputs I gave at the start to help me get on them better. I am on a Suzuki swap on the KTM because I have ridden the KTM for many years at this point, and you just get fed up of seeing an orange fender after a while. So it's nice to just mix things up and ride a different bike. But then I don't want to just go and actually ride a Suzuki because they're just really slow. So I still want to have a somewhat competitive bike, but just looks different to how it normally does. Yeah, I do. See, if I'm close to it, then the guys that are faster than me will be hitting it. Can I believe ReaperDoc is the main dev? No, because ReaperDoc does zero development work ever. I don't think ReaperDoc knows how to code. I also don't believe he owns the studio. It's all Nico and Virtual MX. Unless I'm like way out of the loop here and I'm been misinformed about things, but I don't think Reaper does any development stuff. Without pocket watching at all, I believe Reaper was hired, or it was employed by Nico for Virtual MX for a while. So we might need to get a fact check on that, because that is strange things to be thrown around. Right. Open with WinRAR. Let's go over to Discord, look for the password. Reed's put in random letters again. That is not actually the password, so we won't copy that one. Right, Paboso, MX Bikes, Mods, Tracks, 26 Supercross, drag, drop, paste password, close, reopen bikes. Cool. That was fairly painless. Yeah, definitely definitely fact check on things a little bit more and don't just repeat what you're told, because a lot of time, I mean, there's always a lot of controversy and misinformation in the motocross gaming communities for some reason. This round in third person. No, I'm going to try and have a good day today. Like I don't feel terrible. Oh, so when it's so I see. So when it says join the development team, I don't think that means he's actually a dev. That is most likely like, you know, testing the game and helping with that way. But yes, I thought he was more so on the business side of things, you know, like emailing people, promoting, that kind of thing. But yeah, being on a dev team, I suppose, doesn't mean that you are a developer at all. I mean, there was a period of time where I was on the OEM team to just test bikes out. So I guess that means I was on the OEM dev team at some point. Global's running 891 for his return. We don't mind a 3-digit. We don't mind that at all. Thank you, Rufio. It's very nice of you. Right, let's see what we got going on here then, shall we? First things first. I'm the realist, there's Nicky. Oh, okay, so you have to get very cranked over there. That right exit sooner than just following it all the way around. So we'll try that again next time. So this is going to remain as a tyre tap. I thought... Yeah, it's going to be very inside dominant. Holy. And probably the same here as well. Yeah. Has he changed the face of this at all to quad? No, but I think people still will. So I think I'm going to have to try and try and get a baseline lap by tripling through this rhythm section, and then after that, see if I can go about quadding. Oh, on the back wheel, whole way through. Skirt! Think that's still going to be outside and then go triple double. And you get slotted into one of these inside ruts. Inside rut again. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of insides here that are going to be pretty dominant. Okay, hang on. Hang on, Stoney might have cooked. I think he's lowered the face of the jump on the far right-hand side. So it doesn't give you as much pop. He might have chefed. That's tough. I don't know how well you guys can see that. So it's lower, like here, it dips down a bit. But I think if they're able to cut down a tiny bit more and take off here, they might still be able to get it. I suppose you might just have to check up more mid-corner and then try and cut down more. Yeah, I do think it's still doable. It's a stretch, though. It is a stretch. Probably not something I would want to go for in the race. I'd probably go more step on, and then off. These two are going to be super, super inside OP, though. I might be on a KTM diff here, you know. Thank you very much, Ginge, for becoming a member. Yeah, I might be on a KTM diff here. I might need that extra oomph and traction that the Yami or the Fantic has. But I want to just get more comfy on the KTM again, because I think that's going to be my bike of choice for GPs. So I don't want to be switching back and forth too much. Inside, on and off. Yeah, I'll give the inside rut a go. The outside there does feel pretty useless, because you only got a small double afterwards. It's not like you're trying to carry a bunch of speed to triple. I mean, for a consistent line, JP, I feel like that's pretty good. Don't feel like you're going to lose too much time at all. Let's entertain the outside. Let's give her a go. Don't want to question the creative choices too much, but if you've got a really big inside line that's quite clearly going to be OP, why would you then make the outside really rough to make it even slower? It's an interesting one. Yeah, I don't foresee anyone going around the outside there by choice, unless there's carnage and everyone's down on the inside. About a little middle rut action here. I think you can take the middle rut there without losing much time, because you can go into it faster. We step over this. Maybe an over quad double, but I think if you quad, you're in the air quite a long time. So I like that inside on off and then triple a lot. Prefer GP or AMA. In terms of watching real life, I prefer watching AMA. In terms of in-game, I like GPs more so because you get different tracks, whereas AMA is the same track each time. Now, a different iteration of the same track, but it's still the same track nonetheless. Can you see? You guys see what I just saw? There's like a really low spot in the middle here. And then it's really high on the right, unless you... What do you want us to do here? Unless he's built that up so you can go double and then triple from here to here. And then triple again and then triple all the way out. That could be alright. If you stay quite wide on the first jump into the section. Try that next lap around if I remember. I think you can quad in. I think so. I think someone will quad in. I don't know if I can quad in. But you boys probably will be by the time NA's ready to go splash. Oh, hit that hard. I also think people will be quadding onto that, or stepping onto that second table, but I don't quite think it's for me. A little bit outside of my skill range right now. Saw there was an extra tight rut on the inside here. Yeah, it's not terrible. It is what it is. So if he wants you to double in, Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Depending on what stream format I copied for this stream, Ginge, there's a chance that the link for the sound mod I'm using might be at the very bottom of the description. If it's not, if you ask in my Discord, somebody will be able to link it for you. Oh. I actually don't know how much faster that will be. Oh my god, Nizzy, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Jeez. There you go, it's a reason for you guys to go and watch on Twitch as well. Get a random gifted, which I actually know 0 benefits of at this point in time, because I haven't set anything up. And you also get to listen to music at the same time. Thank you very much, Nizzy. Yeah, so the only downside I've got right now with how I've got all of my audio things set up is I can't hear any of the big notifications. So usually if I'm locked in playing and I hear the sound of a random 2-stroke hitting whoops, I know, oh, someone's just donated, let me look over and thank them. But yeah, right now I just have to have a little check over every now and then just to see what's going on. Yeah, I think trying to get consistent on the triple in is probably the way to go. Just want to move around on the track a little bit and experiment with different lines. This is going to be super difficult to try and pass people on. That's a lot of big insides. Oh, I went... This is a really tricky section to get clean. What are the 250 boys doing? Can I triple from there? Okay, that's good to know. Just in case if I mess the whoops up during the race, I can still hit it from a slightly more inside line. I'm entering that at too tight of an angle. That section's torture on a 250. I do feel for you 250 boys sometimes. Because I know most of my complaints this year have been about the scaling being too big, but so I'm on a 450. So it must be massive for the 250 riders. Next crash, I'm taking another swig of the alcohol. This section is actually going to get even trickier as the races go on, because the road is going to give you just a different trajectory over the jumps, so you're not going to know quite how far you're going to jump until you get in the air. Just try some different rut action. That rut's nice. That hooks you onto the start straight well. So part of me really wants to be able to send all these massive lines, but then another part of me wants to try and just lock in and go back to being more consistent lines and see how that does me today. Because now that I actually can have some throttle control, now I've got the new controller, I do feel a lot more smooth and consistent than I have been recently. The only thing I don't like about that rhythm I'm taking there is I'm jumping quite deep into the corner at the end because I'm doubling. Whereas if I got into a rhythm to where I could triple at the end, I'd be able to hit the corner faster. Oh, missed it. Jumping onto the second table isn't that much faster than going inside on and off. I think I'll just do that then. I think I'll do on and off. Holy shit. Thank you very much, Lewis, for the follow and the 5 gifted as well. Yeah, but I'm annoyed that I didn't manage to get this sorted quicker. Have we even got 5 people watching? How many people we got watching on Twitch right now? Let me have a look. I feel like we might have more gifted subs than people actually watching. I think we do. We've got 14 people watching and we've got so many gifted subs on there. Holy. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah, I think I'm just going to give up going for it. I don't think it's going to be of any benefit to me. And the nice thing, at least, is... So, do you know how at Indianapolis you had that big quad into the long rhythm? And I had people jumping on my head because I wasn't doing it? At least with this week's track, if I'm going inside there, I can still hug to the left. So somebody trying to hit the quad in shouldn't hopefully land on me. You know what makes this rhythm section harder and makes the jumps feel really far apart is because you're going uphill as well. Like, it's a raised rhythm section. Thank you for the Prime, Oxy and Peter. Yes, everybody, use all of your primes on me. Give me Jeff Bezos' money. I wonder how much money Amazon lose by doing that. Or if they get other kind of incentives from it. Actually, no, it's Twitch that loses it, isn't it? It's not Amazon. Because Amazon aren't technically paying for anything, it's Twitch that are losing it. We robbing Jeff today? I don't think he'd even notice. Could rob that man for half of his net worth and he wouldn't even bat an eye. Although his wife did take half, didn't she? I'm going to have to remember what's the time. Oh, wait, the track's only been out for 14 minutes? I feel like we've been in it for ages. I'm going to have to remember to turn the music off. I might turn it off from through Quali just to lock in a bit more if I'm struggling. See how it goes. Because there's some people that can play with super loud music while they're playing, but I need to listen to the bike at the same time. I really struggle if I'm not listening to like what rev range I'm in. Oh, it's perfect. I don't think I'm going to get it that clean every lap. A lot of speed being carried through them whoops. The track itself is very, very straightforward. It's just that one long rhythm that might give people issues from a consistency perspective. Barop. Again, thank you for everybody following on Twitch. I had a look, as I was setting up the stream today, I had no idea that I have 2.2 thousand followers on Twitch. And for someone that doesn't stream on Twitch, that's pretty damn good. Well, now I stream on Twitch. Now I do, but I didn't. On that tricky section, check up and double in and triple it's faster. I tried doubling in earlier, and I feel like it's quite difficult to get the triple after that. So this rhythm here, and then you can triple all the way into the turn, can't you? Feels okay. Again, it's one of them sections where I'm scared of checking up and taking a slower line initially in fear of somebody landing on me in the race. But it also depends on how like holy the face of that jump gets on the left side with everybody tripling. So it might be worth at some point stepping over to the right more and hitting that double line. Oh my Jesus. Hold on to everybody. 10 months, Honda, thank you very much. Boys, we've got so many people following on Twitch right now, holy moly. I'm actually glad that I can't hear the notification sound. I think I might have turned off the sound altogether for follows, actually. I think it's just subs that you'd be able to hear stuff for. Ah, rest in peace. Do. You go outside to get the lower line going in and then triple through. Yeah, it feels okay. Doesn't feel terrible. I mean, between us, I'll probably just watch to see what the other fast guys are doing line-wise and try and copy that. Just experiment with some different ruts so I'm not blind in the race going into them. So I did want to make more of a conscious effort to try some different lines out in practice before I get too locked in on my one quali line. I'm not taking that race or that line all night. That is booty cheeks around the outside there. Yeah, I hit the high part again by mistake, so I need to go further to the right than that to do the double in nicely. Yeah, all MX Bikes Twitch streams are, unfortunately. They're all blurry. I can increase the quality a tiny bit for next time. I'm going to try changing the bitrate from 5K to 6K, but it's never going to be as clear as YouTubers. Just Twitch limitations, unfortunately. Go all in on sim. No, the thing is, I still enjoy bikes from time to time. I think I've just been getting in my own head and letting myself get more frustrated than I am.
Thanks for the good content.
I did have a very fun time on Wednesday though in that sim heat race.
Good luck.
I think I can live in a world where I can try and play both and enjoy both at the same time. I don't know how I'm going to juggle 3 though when MTG comes out. Thank you for the follow. I was going to say Braden then, because for some reason my eyes were ruining me, but 82 Aiden, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Blue, for the 15 for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Been laid up for a few months with a broken foot and I'm nearly healed. Thanks for the good content. Keep me entertained. I enjoy your live streams. Good luck. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're on the mend. Get back on the bike as soon as possible.
Krakenberg.
Thank you, Montana, as well. Krakenberg. I've been toying with the idea of doing a Krakenberg stream. We'll do that one night next week, I reckon. I don't know whether to do like a chill, like ride out kind of one, or to... Actually, no, the event doesn't exist on MXP Ranked anymore, does it? Maybe going and trying to get the old world records again. Where you just keep going for attempts. I will say, the only tricky thing about this dual stream stuff is trying to keep up with all of the extra notifications that come through. We haven't started quali just yet. We've got 10 minutes. So the qualifying servers will start going up right now, but they'll be set to 10 minutes before the actual qualifying timing starts. So I usually just sit and test in for a little bit longer until I get in there. You ain't fly unless you riding on something. We're sitting on the sideline, listen to the bikes. Casper from the K. What an old MXS ATV banger. I ain't trying to lose, see I was born to race. Yeah, that... I'm torn about that double in, you know. Because you have to check up for the double, and then the next triple after that, it does actually kick you quite high with the way he's built it to be able to get you up and over the triple in the first place. So you're not really moving forwards very much, so I think the triple in might be the way to go. I'm coming, you ain't fly unless you riding on something. Motocross the Forces class. See, I never played the 2004 version, but they did slide into my Insta DMs just with their latest reel. And listen, I've seen people saying, oh, it looks shit, MX Simulator 2.0, blah, blah, blah. But it's just another game to play. You know, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it's a small team and still early days for them. So whenever the option is there to play it, I'll give her a go and see how it feels. See me, I'm coming. You ain't fly unless you riding on something. That sounds hella sus. Like removed from the context of the song. MTX Motor Tracks had it right back in the day, having Slipknot songs in there. My front end didn't want to, like, actually grip and start turning me right then, before I got to that route. I thought I was going straight over it. Next donator, and I haven't actually planned one yet. I'll be honest with you. I usually like seeing when, like, the first of a month lines up with a Saturday. So maybe I'll have a look at the month, see what's happening. Hello, Bill John. And we get 2 timers next time. What do you need 2 timers for? It'd be the same one combined. Yeah, let me go and let me join my server. Rather than me trying to guess and getting it wrong multiple times, let me actually find out what server I'm in now. I'm in group 3. And Mr. January's in here with me as well. See what Troy's up to today. Is the inside for going back onto the start straight worth it? I think so. It feels alright. I don't think the outside gives you like a good angle back across the start. So I'll go on to MyMXB, go to the page that I signed up on, and then click on Practice Groups, Confirmed Only. And then I scroll down until I find my name, and I was in Group 3. So then I type in ARL, see all the servers, and never mind, I'm talking out my arse. I'm not in Group 3, even though it says right here I'm in Group 3. Talking out my arse. Or did they take the servers down? ARLSX. Am I blacking out right now? What am I doing? Did I not actually click on Group 3 the first time? Did I click on a different one? And now I'm being an idiot. What was the song I hummed? What, the most recent one I hummed? Hang on. Actually, I don't know if I'd be able to find it. It was free. I clicked on the wrong one the first time. Annoying. This one's called Celebration Song. Is it? It's this. Celebration Song by Unwritten Law. Oil in my lamp. I'm not sure that was on an MX, but MX versus ATV games, Cammy boy. Put some oil in my lamp, keep me burning. No! Oh. I think we're going to have a lot of them tonight. This is my first time in a server since using strictly this version of Max HUD. So I might have to do some tweaking to the times on my left, to my liking. I'll get a lap in first before I change anything. I mean, qualifying hasn't started yet, but I want to see how it displays it for me. 360! Skirt. Right, so... what button is it? That one? Right. Standings. Let's, yeah, display 10 rows. Tracked rider marker. Oh yeah, I can select who to track, can't I? Position number. On. Race number. Yeah. Rider name, yeah. Rider status. Oh, see what lap they're on, that's cool. Off. Penalty indicator, nah. Best lap time. I'm going to keep best lap time on just for qualifying, because I actually like seeing what times people are doing. Actually, no, I don't know. Do I need to... Time from leader. Yeah, I do like the gap being time from leader. I wish I could have two instances, because it's nice here for qualifying, seeing the gap to the leader for everybody. But then in the race, I think I'd want to see the gap from me. No, I'll leave... Yeah, screw it, I'll leave it like this for now. Don't know if I like it being all yellow, though. But I think if I was to change one... I think it's this, isn't it? Yeah, they all change. Yeah, we'll leave it white for a bit. Yeah, I prefer the lap and the stand-ins on the old one. I mean, I could just... There you go. I'll just do that. Will I try taking the inside going back onto the start straight? What part of the start straight here, Ruthie? Are we talking about here? Because I've been going in this right every lap. Or... And I've been taking inside across here, inside across here. What do you mean this inside here? This tight inside? I just think the middle right is going to give you so much more momentum. You haven't got to slow down anywhere near as much to get into it. Stay centered instead of going wide. I drift wide, just carry momentum. I just kind of, I mean, around any track, I'll try and drive like I'm Apex in a corner in a car. Just start out wide, go to the inside, drift out wide again. Just carry as much momentum as possible. As I drift wide there onto the start straight, I am not losing any time at all, I promise. Same as I start wide there, and then hit this, then drift out a bit, swing out wide, cut back in. Oh, hit that too hard. And then drift out wide, cut across. I'm still scared though that people are going to be quadding into there. What rhythm would you be in if you quadded here? How many jumps are there in this section? So if you quad in, you would jump all the way to here. And then you'd probably triple to here. No, you'd have to single into the turn. So actually, I don't think it's worth it, quadding in, because you end up in a bad rhythm. Who do I think wins the next major? It's tough because I'm an Optic fan. Optic have been insane. But I'm scared that they've been in too good form for too long. Here's my bold prediction. I think Miami Heretics will make it to the final. Right. Bit of qualifying time now, gamers. Right. Oh, this is a nice pit space as well, so it's really easy to get back going again. You can just start laps over and over. Oh, not the best start. It's a tiny bit framey. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But it shouldn't affect anything at all. I notice it only really gets framey when you're like around a whole bunch of people and you can see everybody's roost at the same time. We'll go again. We're setting the world record right now for the quickest attempts. 443. That middle 4 would be huge. Oh, I think I missed the rut. Yeah, I didn't get into it very well. Can't you see my front end twitching there? I think I need to be sitting in that one. Went very high there rather than forwards. Ah, got out of it. Thank you, Mr. J. Talon, for the prime as well. Again, I still need to keep checking across on them notifications to make sure I don't miss anyone out. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I find I oversteer a lot when I sit down in these smaller inside ruts. That was smoother though. So maybe stand in the one after the finish line and sit in that one. Can't scrub that third triple too much because it's very long. It's where you're still stepping up. Ah, scrubbed it too far to the inside. Ruined all of my momentum there. It would be nice if you could actually triple that. But I guess that's what the outside's for, but the outside is way too far away and way too choppy to be fast. I think I need to... I mean, it's tough because qualifying position still does matter to an extent to get a good gate pick. Maybe if I can try and go for like top 10. But I just really want to try and log laps. Oh, what a banging song. I'm sorry for all you guys on YouTube, but Slipknot's just coming on. The MTX Motor Tracks soundtrack goes hard. The things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. Ah, oh, missed it. Wait, I'm not gonna lie, Troy's lap's kind of insane. I wish for this, I bitch for that, I left behind this little fact, you cannot kill what you did not create. I gotta say what I gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away, but I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. Do enjoy me a bit of Slipknot. I'm fucked when it comes to the music. I'll listen to Slipknot, then put on some Eminem, then put on some Dolly Parton. So I'm all over the place. Then put some Australian hip-hop. Oh my goodness, that was slow. Came over to Twitch just for the music. Is the music at an okay volume compared to my voice and the bike as well? I feel like it's hard having multiple... Wait, are we sending it into the finish line? Hard having multiple different audios going on without them like fighting each other. And I found out the hard way. Nothing is what it seems. Do, 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 do. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. What Aussies do I listen to? Just your standards. You forget Fundamentals, Hilltop Hoods, Earth Boy, the Herd. Standard ones. Draft on occasion. Oh my goodness. Music might be a tad quiet. Okay, noted. I'll turn it up a smidge after qualifying. Alright, I'm up 0.3 down. Didn't feel like I hit it that slow. Oh, that was nice. Stayed very low there. Push my fingers into my... Oh, dicked it. Looking fast. I'm glad it looks fast. It doesn't feel super fast right now. I noticed that as soon as I do try pushing it a little bit, I get so sketchy. Are people like... No, I don't think sending it into the finish line there would be that much faster, surely. Oh, holy moly. That back end came out hard. Thank you everybody for the follows on Twitch, by the way. Getting my angle going into that inside right all kinds of wrong. The second right there is pretty shit, but that third right didn't look too terrible. Oh, it's really hard trying to land perfectly in line for that rut. No! So that cost me 0.8 of a second, just falling out of it a tiny bit like that. Bonk. Listen to 360. I haven't gone out of my way to listen to 360. I feel like Spotify's probably recommended something at some point. You motherfucker. I've got quite a slow last corner as well, so I know I can gain a few temps there. I missed the inside rut, and then I thought I had to filter over to the second one. Because the angle I was at, I just slammed into the side of it, and it's got all kinds of wonky. I mean, we're only halfway through quality, we've still got a bunch of time. I'm lifting my desk up a little bit. My hand just hit the underside of my desk mid-corner. Didn't like that. Thank you very much, Moisek, for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trying to time your little scrub over that roller without hooking too far to the right, getting into that rut is actually quite techy. Well, techy to do at high speed. Just getting around's fine. Just messy. Messy, 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 messy. Do you feel like a man when you push her around? Do you feel better now as she falls to the ground? See that back end trying to step out? I'm messing that up loads as well. Fortunately, I do have the worst lapper on the planet around me from Indianapolis. And he's the kind of brain-dead lapper that when everybody was complaining about him to it, he was like, if you're faster, you should be able to pass me. So he don't give a fuck. I'm out of the rut again. Jesus Christ. Too far to the left this time. Ah! Why can't I not just jump into a rut nicely, please? Don't help that the track is so like short in terms of lap time. You're always around people. Always hard to concentrate. It's always a different mistake every lap. Okay, so I can get 0.3 in the last corner alone. Just looking at the max HUD times there. No! I looked down at my gear! Why? Why did I look down at my gear there? Oh my god. What's wrong with me, man? I can't qualify for shit this year. For every qualifying, I can easily get another second on what I've got, and I just can't put a lap together. Now I'm hooking hard left randomly. That was slow. I don't know what's wrong with me. We've got 4 minutes left. Oh my goodness. Gamers, I'm going to have a stinky qualifying. Muting the music for a second. I'm going to have a very, very stinky qualifying. Boso, I beg at some point. I beg you make a good quality of life update to where you can make it so you just can't hear the other people around you or see them if you don't want to. I'm pretty sure the hearing actually does exist, but the seeing is so frustrating. Damn, gamers, I suck. Can't get a lap in at all. Yeah, GP Bikes is a good game. Just don't expect much on the community side of things. There's not that many people that play it. What? Why is my back end? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, there's an invisible bump here because the texture doesn't actually show it properly. So I'm just landing and sliding. Okay, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Noted. Nah, never mind. Yeah, I'm shit. I'm shit. I don't understand how you're getting an entire second, and Cam's probably another second faster than that as well. That's insane. I don't think I can help myself. And like, try to be much more positive. I think bikes brings out the worst in me. I generally have such a like fun time even when I'm playing bad on sim, but on bikes, I don't know, I just get so triggered so quickly. Damn. Slow lap. Slow lap indeed. You're generally just bad at this game. I think, and I think this is why I've been enjoying Sim as well, I think when you get to a certain speed and you've got, like, expectations of yourself and where you want to be, I think as soon as you start not meeting them expectations at all, that's when you start getting really frustrated by it. Thank you very much, Mr. Sir Bob, for the Prime on Twitch, by the way. Sorry, it's been 9 minutes. I didn't see it. I was too locked in. So I think that's why I've been enjoying Sim so much. Even when I get 16th, like, I have fun with it. But as soon as I get on bikes and I've got these expectations and I want to do well again, and I don't do well, like, I really get into my own head about it a lot. Yeah, Troy top quality in that session. And I love Troy, no disrespect to him, because I'm actually pretty sure that is a really good lap when they combine them as well. But it was pretty much just me and Troy in there. So if he wasn't first, he would have been second anyway. I don't know where that's going to put me when it's combined, to be fair. Unless Troy's like top 3 or something with his time that he got. But that is going to make life difficult for me. So the struggle I might have tonight, especially, is because I'm on the KTM. As you know, the KTM is a little bit slower than the Yamaha is. We've got a really, really long start straight here. And I think I'm going to struggle to get to that first corner in a decent spot. So I might have to just try and be tactical with it and check up really early and see if I can sneak up the inside. The other difficult thing is going to be, I don't know if you're going to be able to get into a triple rhythm after turn 1. I think you're going to have to go double in. And then I don't know if you're going to have enough speed to then triple after that. You might have to go double, double, then triple. I don't know. That's going to be really techie. I'm second. No, I'm second in this group, and there was no fast people in this group. So when they consolidate the 4 different groups together, I'm probably going to be like 15th or something like that. Troy's acting like he doesn't play much anymore. I don't watch much YouTube content, so I don't know what Troy has said, but I do quite often load up the old, like, if I'm loading up Steam and I'm going to play Call of Duty, for example, I quite often see the little, like, you know, notification next to bikes and that sees that Troy's playing. And it's not shade at all, because to get better at the game, you have to play the game. And he's got so much better, especially over the last year. Don't check up, you get caught up with the plebs. But I'll also get caught up with them if I send it and then just get caught up and go flying off the track as well. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. I don't actually know what my lap time was in the end. I wasn't paying attention to the lap. I was just looking at the distance from me to Troy.
Ran a 51.5. Would I have made
I didn't know you had to click a button to WL after signing up days before. What's WL, AJ? Talk to me like I'm 2IQ. After signing up days before. In terms of, yeah, when did they change it? Was it like a year ago now when they made it so you had to press an additional button to confirm your registration like 3 hours before the race starts? Whitelist, thank you. Yeah, so you can sign up like 3 days before if you want to, but then you have to go and confirm your sign up again from like 3 hours before the race starts up until qualifying starts. I think it just makes it so people don't sign up for the races they've got no intent on being a part of, because let's say 200 people sign up, you'd have to put up 200 people's worth of servers, whereas if 200 people sign up and then 100 people confirm, you only put up 100 people's worth of servers. Yeah, I think that's caught everybody out at least once. Thank you though, AJ, I do appreciate it. I think the 3 hour confirmation is like hard baked into the MyMXB website, so I think that would be a Nico change if you wanted to change it at all. This your account can look in great shape and you can not be signed up. We can do both at the same time. Does anybody know what my lap time was in the end? Because people are asking, and I actually don't know what it was. I can guarantee that it's at least 2 seconds off the back of Mr. Cameron Box, though. Times aren't up just yet, though. I put the music back on again now. I did notice, though, as soon as I turned the music off, I was going faster. Alright, music's back on. And the people on Twitch did want me to turn it up just a little bit as well. Where is it? Spotify audio. There it is. Actually, it doesn't really go up much at all. I need to like really crank it. I got it on 386% volume. It was a 50.2. Okay. So Miles is on a 50. Troy was a, what was it? So if I'm 50.2, he was like 0.8 ahead. So Troy's on like a 49.4, something like that. So Cam's probably into the 48, so I would imagine. It's a strange track. I think the tracks, so that track in particular, it's very, very inside dominant in a lot of the corners. But when if you're just racing normally and you're hitting them inside lines, usually it's okay. But when you're going for like a quali lap and hitting them inside lines, there's like 5 different ways you can hit the rut slightly wrong and really mess yourself up. Like you can lean too much and the front end can tuck and you'll crash. You can not lean enough and you'll blow over top of it and crash. You can enter it too late and you'll go over it and crash. You can enter it too early and slam into it and wobble and crash. You can try and hit it almost sometimes a little bit too aggressive to where as you exit it, the front wheel pops up, then you've got to shut off so that the front wheel drop back down. So it's like, it is techie in its own way. I think it's just because like it's so fast. So yeah, it's only ever really frustrating in qualifying because people will say, oh, if the inside's so difficult or hard to hit, why didn't you just go outside? And it's like, because if I hit the outside wide open, I'm still only going the speed I would be going if I hit the inside at a medium speed. So you still need to go inside anyway, but to get a good quali lap, you have to like nail them insides perfectly. Oh god, yeah, Cam did get into the 47s.
Last thing.
I'm so slow.
53 back sprocket
Where
on
am I?
all of these tracks.
I'm 14th. Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Like I can hit everything good in 23rd.
I'm 2.4 seconds off of Cam. Yeah, people are smoking some shit, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Cam's almost an entire second faster than Neon, who's in second place. So if we class Neon as the fastest qualifier, if we pretend that Cam was never spawned, if he never spawned in, then I'm only 1.6 off the top, which sounds a lot better. 1.6 sounds a lot better than 2.8. Right. Yeah, I don't know what the format's going to be tonight. I don't know if they're doing all the 250s first and then all of 450s afterwards. Right, race day announcements. Ryan's typing. Waiting for the gossip. I thought it was top 20 from each 250 heat, is it not? Yeah, it should be. It should just be the top 20. No, sorry. So it's top 20 fastest qualifiers on each 250 coast. Or if they combined them this time. I think in the past it used to be top 20 from each coast would have their own heat. So they wouldn't even do a qualifying. Have they done it now so it's just all combined? Yeah, unless they're doing it differently this year. Oh, sorry, I see somebody asking about my background here. Yeah, in real life, the Triumph team had a collaboration, like the FXR Triumph team had a collaboration with Call of Duty. So if you just go on Call of Duty Warzone right now, you can find Triumph bikes in the game and ride them if you want to. And at that point in time, I was riding a Triumph bike, so I just thought it'd be cool to have the background. Cutoff for 450s was a 51.8. Thank you again, AJ. Damn, you've been going crazy so far today. You've been running a 53 back sprocket for all these tracks. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm a big advocate of gearing is a very personal thing. I don't think there is a correct or wrong gearing. So yeah, whatever you can feel comfortable and do it. Don't let anybody tell you what gearing you should or shouldn't run. All right, Fuzzy, we're all right so far. Right. Tonight is East-West Showdown. I have to make all the scripts manually. It takes much longer than usual. Oh, okay, right. Let's go do some more laps. Looks like it's going to be a bit slower today. We'll finish the rest of our alcoholic beverage, though. It might make me worse, or it might make me lock in. Who knows? Make me a superstar, yeah! No matter who you are. It is nice just getting to sit and chill with music on, though, but I don't think I'm ever going to have it on when actually playing, like racing. Yeah, quali's just finished. Oh. Turned too tight at that time, that's why the front end went. How's Cam so much faster? I think he's got a special USB stick. No, I don't know. Jeff just hits the corners perfect, I guess. The thing that I find even more like tippable, that's like more impressive, is a lot of the time. So EU guys have 30 minutes before they're qualifying to learn the track. What I find's been happening a lot of the time this year is Cam's EU qualifying lap will be faster than the NA guys' qualifying laps who have 5 hours to practice before qualifying. So I don't know if that's a point in Cam's box, no pun intended, that he just learns the track super quick, or if that is a mark taken away from the track, so maybe being too easy to learn. I don't know. Oh, the Disaronno's got me feeling all warm inside. It's lovely. God, that triple was still a stretch if you don't get it perfect before. What I really meant to say is I'm sorry for the way I am. Oh, what a nice nostalgia trip listening to all these old MX vs ATV songs. Oh. 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 Hmm. Solstice knows exactly what song we're talking about. Listen, if anybody's on the YouTube side of things right now and you want to listen to the music along with me, the music is on Twitch. I'm dual streaming right now. What I really meant to say is I'm sorry for the way... track is pretty fast, Fuzzy. It's quite inside dominant in a lot of the corners. So it will be very, very tricky to try and pass people. Start's going to be important as always. I'm tempted to put on my other playlist that I was messing around with. But it has got a lot of like Aussie songs, and I don't think many people mess with that. So I'm going to just... So it's got a bunch of Aussie hip-hop. It's got a random Young Gravy song. It's got Cat Janice. I've got random Gorillas in there. I've got Fleetwood Mac in there. I've got Handlebars by Flowbots. I got some Kanye in there as well. Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Joyner Lucas, Logic. Kind of goes all over the place. I got Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater. Got Paramore, Natasha Bedingfield. It's all over the place. Got Darude Sandstorm in there as well. You know, it wouldn't be motocross without some Darude Sandstorm. Evanescence is on there. So that's all over the place. So maybe I'll play that at some point. Is that a wild Rusper I see has just followed me on Twitch? Surely not. One pro that I will say about Twitch is if you're a very analytical person, you like looking at all the numbers and the stats. Like, Twitch breaks everything down so much after each stream. It's the only downside is there's not really any discoverability on Twitch. I feel like anybody that sees me and follows me on Twitch would already know who I am. I just don't think there's... It's not like... I used this exact same example yesterday. It's not like if you wanted to start becoming like a Minecraft YouTuber for the first time, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching Minecraft on Twitch at any given point that could find you. But yeah, the bikes community on Twitch is tiny. I don't feel very stable. So as I'm jumping into this corner here, I don't think you can see it too well, but there's a lot of chop on the right-hand side. And as I'm landing into it, the suspension's compressing, and then the front end's wanting to bounce and rebound upwards. So I'm having to be really patient about... Like, it's off the floor there. I'm having to be really patient about leaning over. Like, if I lean over too fast, I'll just fall on the ground. But I think that's messing up my whole flow around the turn. But if I was to check up to downside the double to here, I would have to check up so much. It would be super slow. So I'm not sure what the fix is there. No, LCQs haven't happened yet. Without checking, you think I've got the highest viewer count? I don't know. I looked earlier and I had like 14 people. Talon's stream probably has more than that. 32 right now. No, Talon's probably got more. Well, we think we're gonna burn it. See, it's already a bit scummy of me to just watch Talon's Twitch stream when I'm streaming on YouTube only, but now if I was to go and watch his Twitch stream whilst also streaming on Twitch, it's like, I don't know. Feel bad for it. Yeah, yeet. Thank you for the Prime Rusper as well. Love that from you. Give me all of Jeff's money. See the clip read post in pits, yeah. Yeah, I will not be going for that at all. How much money for me to do Handlebars karaoke? Well, I do know every single word to the song. So how much are you offering? Young Lynn's played that song on repeat so much, it was crazy. Wait, heats are up already? Damn. Are they going to do all the heats at the same time, or do you think they'll do 250 then 450? Got 40 boys. It's kicking off now. We got 44 people on Twitch. Holy, that shit's popping. It's popping. Everyone just wants to go and listen to the music. LV said it's time for me to come ride for Nova. What are they paying? I'm not a free agent these days. I need money. Come on. I'm just an animal. And I don't feel a thing. Yeah, thank you everybody that's doing the following on the Twitch. It's much appreciated. It's popping off a little bit too much right now in terms of the new followers, so I can't read everybody out. We're going to watch the games later, yeah. Wait, is it... Are we still online qualifiers, Charlie, or are we actually Birmingham now? But yes, yeah, we'll watch the games after. And the missus is out, off with drinks with a friend from work, so I'm a free agent for the rest of the night. If I replied to you, we could discuss it. Listen, boys, anytime I'm on about money, I'm kind of like half serious, half joking. Because I don't want to be that person that demands money, because historically, I have been the person that says, putting a team name in your name because they're paying you is shit and stupid. So I would then be going against what I said. Last week, I've got online qualifiers. Mates versus FaZe. Ooh! Yeah, we'll watch that afterwards. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put on the other playlist that is not MX vs ATV music for the heat race. Oh, I've got it on shuffle, by the way. It starts off with September by Off Wind and Fire. What good vibes. LV makes bank, but doesn't LV actually win races and do well? I would need just an appearance fee, not a position fee, because then I'd never earn anything. Whoa, whoa, no spoilers, please, Valor, no spoilers. I will not read any Call of Duty comments for the rest of the night. I want to experience it all for myself later on. Yeah, I'll watch all the Pro COD stuff now. I don't mess with challenges too much, to be honest. Even, I don't really watch Huntsman or Bush or Stallion stuff much anymore. But CDL stuff I do. See, maybe I just need the feel-good songs on when riding. No, just white girl music. Help me fly around the track. There's some Katy Perry going on. Holy moly. No, I definitely think I should have the music off for the races because the VOD will be like hard muted the whole time if not. Thank you very much, Buggle. No, I did say I don't really watch any of the Challenger stuff. I know that Bush ended up winning, but I didn't watch the games. Why am I still on the same team for years? It's called loyalty and real-life friends. I think people change teams way, way, way too much in games. So the payments that I receive for being on this team goes outside of money. It is them looking after and maintaining and driving my real-life bike to and from any races that we go to. So I feel like money-wise, that's worth a whole lot more to me than 50 quid for a MX Bikes win. Oh, just vibing too much now. We've got 56 people on Twitch now. Gamers, this is going swimmingly. I'm so happy that I finally got this multi-stream stuff sorted out. Because it caused me so much grief for so long. MTG would have procs chat, as long as there's an ability to turn it off. And imagine being a streamer riding around, people just ripping hard R's left, right and centre. Right. Heat race is going to start. I'm just going to pause this music until afterwards. Just so the Twitch VOD, if it, I mean, they're probably like, what, 5 views of the VOD after the fact, if that. But otherwise the whole thing will be muted for the entire race. Right. I see a Fantic over there. I see a KTM. Oh, Steiner's on the KTM. Love that. I do have not the smartest person in the game on the far inside gate. So that might not go too well. So let's see how the heat race goes. Yeah, no dramas if we crash in turn 1. Just try and work our way through to the top 9 afterwards. Oh, I was just going to ruin me here, trying to go inside before the whips. That actually went much better than I thought it would. I'm just going to follow for now, there's no point in me rushing anything. Oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit one line tonight, isn't it? Oh, way too short. Little check, no one's going to land on me. Nice. Just went so much further than I have every other lap. That was really strange. Smooth though. Solid, consistent. Impossible to pass on. Without mistakes, that is. What? God damn it. Neil made a mistake as soon as I did. I will say the inside there, and probably this next inside here, are going to get very, very deep in the main event, so I need to be prepared to switch line halfway through. W lapper, love that. Very aware. My goodness, when's the last time I won a heat race, gamers? My last lap there was only 0.5 off of my qualifying lap. So, I'm not the fastest person on track by any means, but if I can just consistently do those laps over and over again, and have a relatively okay start, I think we could have a good night here. I felt fine. Like, much more smooth and consistent than I have been previous weeks. Who would have thought a controller that works would have that much of an effect? Yeah, I'll happily take the scraps from people's mistakes. I love that. Yeah, Neon is quick tonight, 100%. But there's mistakes in there, though. So he'd pull away for 2 laps and then mess up like a rhythm section and I'd be straight back there again. But somebody said earlier, it's like, story of my life, I'll qualify a 14th and then somehow win a heat race. Put 2 and 2 together and we've somehow got 7 rather than 4. I was also trying to be really, really patient behind Laurent at the start. And I was worried that on the very first lap, where I had to go inside here in before the whoops, I was so worried about getting a bad drive through the whoops, but it wasn't too bad. I'm also noticing people taking the second right here. Yeah, that could be an option when the outside gets a bit too chalked. Because the issue that you're going to have, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on stream, but we're starting to get like a little bit of chop coming out of this rut. And this first whoop here is starting to get dug down a little bit as well. And that'll just kick your back end out to the side straight away, and you're going to be swapping the whole way through the whoops, which I think is what happened to Neon on the last lap. Nice, that wasn't too shabby. Holy shit. AJ. Brother. Thank you so much. That's why I need to ride a world as well. There's good incentives. People are really nice. Anytime I win a race as well, people donate. Like the last time that happened was outdoors last year in one of the motos at Budds Creek, like the last round of the year I won. And then everyone was like, wah, 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 popping them off all over the place. It was great. Maybe it's the drinking. Unfortunately, I don't have any more. Well, I've got half of a Pepsi, so I could go put a tiny bit more Disaronno to mix in there, but tonight will be a one and done. Unfortunately, I don't have any more. I think me and Linda are going to go to the the store tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Azzy. Yes, I'm not actually on a Suzuki. I am on a KTM. It's just dressed up to look like a Suzuki. Liquid courage. Maybe that's what I need. I'm just going to turn into an alcoholic and drink every week. Let's have a look, see if there's any unhappy people in chat. Whoops are sketchy. Thanks, Troy. You put me in the LCQ donkey. Then says LeRon, you're a low IQ individual. Callum, you are not amazing at the game. Cleaning me out for 16th. Bad words, bad words. Callum, what happened? Where did Callum get? Uh-oh. Callum didn't make... So, again, LeRon... This was the tricky thing. So I got very lucky where I passed LeRon. Like, he just made a little mistake before the whoops. But I was just far enough back to where I could move over to the left to get a drive to go past him. But you saw, the rest of the way around the track, I could have taken different lines to him, but I don't think I would have made any passes anywhere. So I really had no choice but just to kind of sit on his booty and wait for a mistake to happen, and I think that is going to happen a lot tonight. Start was alright. I feel like everybody... I think because the start straight is so long, everybody kind of spreads out a little bit more before turn one. Because I just kind of held my line in the middle, and I didn't have anybody from the far right try and dive bomb to the inside. Nobody on the inside like went in way faster than they should have. So I think everyone just had more time to react to what was going on around them. So we've got Callum and Steiner going to the LCQ in this one, who really should be in the mains. So hopefully they make it through. That was all right though. That doesn't sound like a bad bet to me at all, Salika. GG's, well done. 110. So yeah, I'm on the 120 tire, but I think I'm a minority. I think most people are on the 110. I personally struggle so much with the less grip on the 110 tire, even in the ruts. Like I feel like I slide around too much. So I use the 120 just for personal preference. There is definitely places where I think it hinders me. Like I think it makes the whoops a little bit harder. Then it like the back end will grab more and kick me side to side more through the whoops. On the really long start straight as well, I won't be able to get as much top speed as the people on the 110. So there's definitely pros and cons to both of them. We can put the music back on now. Nice, nice, nice. Next song. Oh, what a banging song to start off with. Snoop Doggy Dogg and the Doors. Riders on the Storm. Absolutely goated Need for Speed song. I haven't actually tried it too much yet, Sam. I'm kind of scared to do so. I just want to ride what I'm comfortable on. Even if it does make me a little bit slower. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. That was a nice little, nice morale boost there, being able to keep it up on 2 wheels for the whole main. Actually, no, it wasn't the whole main, was it? I crashed once in the long rhythm section. I don't know what happened jumping into that rhythm section then. I just went so much further than I did every other time. I don't know if I hit a little bit of like a road, like a hole that had formed and it popped me higher. But no, it's a good morale boost, because if I can't be fast, I'd like to be consistent. But recently I haven't been either of them. If you give this man a ride, sweet families will die. Killer on the road. All over this, all over that, with the Lizard King bumping in the back. How about that? Drifting, drifting, swifting. I do like a bit of Snoop. I don't think I've ever just sat and properly listened to a Snoop Dogg only song. It's always stuff that he's featured in. How to put the Suzuki skin on the KTM. It's just a whole different model. I don't think the Suzuki skin is publicly available. Try some more alternative lines just for the main, because it was fine for that heat race, but I don't know if you could see the second to last and the last corner, the tight insides were starting to get quite dug out, and the KTM front end on occasion does get a little bit too loose, a bit wonky. So I think there's a high probability of the front end knifing. So if I can just move one rut further over, which I don't think will be the end of the world, like taking this rut, or even the third one, and then taking this rut here rather than tight inside. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. Need to make sure I'm not popping out of that rut too early there, because my front end will say yeet, just make me crash. You play on keyboard? You're a crazy man. Crazy man, much easier on controller. Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying that music there, Krabby. That sounds cool. Chase the dog all night. I was standing up a lot in that race on these insides. As they was getting rougher, I think I started sat down, and as they started getting deeper, I was up on the pegs more. And I think like, up on the pegs is good, and I think it is smooth and consistent. You just have to be much more precise, which I can only do whilst slowing down to a race pace rather than a qualifying pace. Yeet. So I think for the rest of the night, what have we got? We've got the two LCQs. Let me check Discord actually. We got 250 LCQ, 450 LCQ, and then shootout, I think. Catch up on Discord chat a little bit, see if there's any drama. Riders on the storm. Top 10 from C1 to... Oh, Ryan's saying that the format was top 10 from East in Heat 1 and Heat 2, and then top 10 from West in Heat 1 and Heat 2. Part of me remembers that each coast got their own heat in the past, and then they would take... So there'd just be 20 from East, 20 from West, they'd both have their own heat, and then they'd take the top... Still take top 9, and then it would just be a normal LCQ. Callum says you literally can't pass anywhere. Someone else says, shit track. So I think this is a perfect time to give the unbiased opinion. And again, it's not trying to be super negative. I'm just hoping that at some point this might be taken as constructive feedback. So I won that heat race. All things considered, the heat race went really, really well. So I should be high on the track right now, like loving it. But no, still, it's like it's just a train, you know. It's like you can't really take over anybody. You just have to wait for him to crash. Neon passed me when I made a mistake. I passed Lauren when he made a mistake. I passed then Neon when he made a mistake. So there was no actual, like... I didn't take a different line going into a rhythm and then scrub alongside him and beat him to the inside of the next corner or something like that. Thicker than a house. Shorty's so thick, think I'm about to crash out. She wouldn't even fit. I'ma need a new couch. Trying to get the kitty, I'ma need it right now. Jesus Christ, that line. I'll beat her walls down like it's Fortnite. Crazy. Me and Orly and what's that? WNBA. Yeah, I watch 250 main. All to do is win, call me winning Dixie. Shorty got me bricked up all day. BRICK. Quarter brick, half brick, whole brick, harder than a brick. She thicker than a house. Shorty so thick, thinking about to crash out. She don't even fit, I'ma need new couch. Trying to get the kitty, I'ma need it right now. Oh. We love doing 360s on command. What is the tight inside here looking like? The middle right in this corner got insane. Like, you can hit it so fast because it just builds up higher and higher. Show us the front flip scrub. I don't know if there's anywhere on this track you'd be able to do it. There's no Supercross triple on this track, is there? Don't know why that's just dawned on me. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it over the finish line because the suspension will be too compressed on the landing of the double before it to pop it back up. Yeah, yes, Puma, I am. I am sponsored by G Fuel. Code LINS at checkout, 20% off. Bosh, look at that. The plug. If Reed does some stupid shit during the stream, you should flash up the image of Furry Reed after the race. But I've got two options. The first one is I can pull up the furry picture of Reed, yes. The second one is I am now in possession of a full picture of Reed. So I can use that if he ever pisses me off too much. But, no, I feel like that's just a full dickhead move. Keep that to myself, you know? Anytime after like 11 PM I can look at that one. Skrrr!
Tell you what, gives himself a facial, doesn't he?
Another pick of Prado winning, you reckon? Thank you very much for the gifted membership, Miles. I need to make sure I get all my terminology right now. It's like YouTube, members, Twitch, subs, follows, and then YouTube subs. Different, back and forth. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. I feel like part of getting good at MX bikes is knowing how to ride around the wonkiness of it. There's just no universe where I should be able to ride away from that. We good though. Next race starting. What part of the night are we at? Let's have a look, see what's going on. The LCQs haven't started yet, so we've got a 250 LCQ, 450 LCQ, 250 main event, and then me. The aerial chat is so busy right now. So many messages. I should, touch wood, touching my desk right now, I should, if I end up on the inside in turn 2 on lap 1, I should be able to make it through the whoops without dying from the inside. As long as I just take my time in that inside route and make sure my bike's like fully straight on before I go into him, should be okay. In previous weeks, have they been running the LCQs at the same time or one after the other? Because I'd say it's probably under an hour before my race. Maybe about an hour. See, once you're downside and stuff nice and you're flowing, it's alright. Then you add other people to the mix. Get some erode in there. Oh my god, that was rapid. Holy. We're up. We'll watch that again, won't we? Jesus. Always quicker to wheelie the whoops. But just try and get the timings crazy work. Do 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 do. It's a superstition. Trackster, are you alright? I need to be careful showing this on screen before someone puts something outrageous in. Trackster's my biggest fan. Loads of pictures of me. Black cats and voodoo dolls, indeed. It's a party over on the Twitch side of things. It's got all the music going on now. Like a bullet to your brain. Upside, inside out. Living the vida loca. There's certain songs, I don't think it matters what walk of life you're from. If you're like skinny white boy and you like your mumble rap. If you are like African American and you like, you know, your Dre's and all that good stuff. If you're a white girl, usually with your Katy Perrys and stuff. If you're a freak like me and you like your Aussie hip-hop, slap on a bit of like old school music like this, and I feel like everybody just vibes to it. Yeah, but ads. What if I told you that once a month you get a Twitch Prime that you can use if you have Amazon Prime, and you can use it on me and give me Jeff Bezos' money and you don't get ads anymore? Screw. You gotta watch them insides though, Steiner. Gotta watch them. Traxxer, I see what you're doing. I respect the passion. Upside, inside out, living la vida loca. What if you're a white boy African? Then you are a special breed, sir. Very, very unique. You are a unicorn. I feel like, what, does anybody off the top of your dome, what's the like statistics for South Africa, like whites and blacks? What percentage are we looking at? What music do South African folk usually typically listen to? Yeah, I feel like, you know, white girl wedding music kind of hits all genres of people. Everybody can vibe with it. South Africa's all white. No, I don't think so. Living la vida loca. 7.7%. Alright. For some reason I thought it'd be like more of a 50-50 split. Why have I not been doing that every lap? That would have gave me time in qualifying. Bonk. Remember who I am, white boy. That's crazy work.
Highlander,
Now imagine if I was black and you said that with black instead of white read. That'd be crazy.
What do you put in a box?
So why is it okay if you say it because I'm white?
No googling.
Oh, guitar. I'm sorry, I have missed so much. Let me actually look at my notifications a little bit more. Miles, got that one, gifted YouTube. Azzy, 4 minutes ago, £20 super chat saying hi. Thank you, Azzy. Hope you're doing well. Another 4 minutes ago, Guitar Hero, 5 gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you so much, Guitar Hero. We've then got a new follow from Venet MXB. We've got another Prime from Holmes. And then we have got a, I think that's like $5 super chat, maybe, from Chunky Beef. Saying, hi, Linda. You are doing great, sweetie. Solve my riddle and I'll give you another $5 big bucks. What do you put in a box to make it lighter? No Googling. A torch. Or a light. Or a candle. Or somehow a light bulb that's working. Thank you very much, Bud Lemon. I appreciate that as well. Take a Manlo, wearing my my rat t-shirt that Linda bought me. Says, what's it say? I love my rat wife on the bottom of it. It says right there. Take a man. Yeah, to be fair, I do walk a dangerous path when talking about ethnicities and stuff, because not out of like, what's the word? Oblivious isn't the right word. I just don't know all of the right words that you should and shouldn't use these days. Like, I'm not a political person. Any kind of, like, race wars or anything like that I see online on, like, Twitter and shit, I just avoid. So I just don't care for it. You know, I live my life, people live their life, and we can all coexist, but I feel like for people like are super, super hard into all the political stuff, and I feel like you end up stressing yourself out more. So I just kind of do me. Yes, we're trying to get that Twitch ad revenue, Liam. No, it's all multi-stream. Some people prefer Twitch, some people prefer YouTube, and now I've actually got it working. So, prediction for the shootout race. You know what? I have no clue really who's in EU 250. Can I have two Twitch tabs open at the same time so I can have a look to see what's going on Talon's stream? MX Bikes. Oh, Talon's not streaming. What's going on? Is there no streamer today? Hang on, let me message Ryan. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless, not for long. The future is coming on. Hang on. One sec. Chat. Ryan's going to put me in for one of the LCQs. Would you rather I commentate the 250 shootout LCQ, or would you rather I commentate the 450 LCQ? Right, let's move that for now. I feel like usually I do 450s, but I think since it's shootout night. I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Right, ARLSX. Could you imagine trying to get a 125 around this year's Supercross tracks? You would have to be on the absolute pipe to be hitting some of these triples. Thank you very much, Smarties, for the... Wait, that just says 2 times Prime. Have you gifted 2? I'm not sure, but thank you. Godis has gifted 5 memberships on YouTube. Insane. Luke has given me a Prime on Twitch. And we've got a bunch more follows as well. There's just so much going on. It's genuinely difficult to keep up. Right. Let's hop in. I like being on hand when I can be useful. Commentate the 250 LCQ then. And then we're into my 450 main after this. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even think about that. It could just be that it's his 2nd month in a row. Okay, good to know. Noted. So wait, where was guitars? Ah, I see. So no, it does distinguish when it's gifted versus normal. I just need to keep myself up to date with the terminology and what the different notifications look like now. Thank you very much, Smarties, for the 2 months. Godis has gifted another 5 memberships on the YouTube side of things. W Godis.
At George Parker 212 became
Reed is fuming. Can somebody just gift Reed a membership, please? The man never gets gifted. Oh, we got Bob Billy in this one. I hope Bob makes it through. We're always rooting for the fellow content creators. That is Nico, isn't it? The other Nico. JR2 Nico. We've got Corley said he wasn't happy, he didn't like the track. I want Geo to make it in. The second biggest Hunter Lawrence glazer on the planet, just behind Rusper. Is Svepia the one that's really, really helpful with like TikToks and YouTube videos, like explaining things about the game? Thank you, Chunky. Chat said the answer already. They are bellends for that, but yes, the answer. Oh, the answer is a hole. Ah, see, I was wrong. You shouldn't have given it to me. You shouldn't have given it to me. I didn't get it right. I said a lie. Have I pronounced that terribly wrong? Is it Svepia? Because I think he's Swedish, isn't he?
At Price Plays it became a member.
Thank you for becoming a member, Price. Feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. No, I don't think anyone's streaming the mains at all this week. So I guess that means everybody has to just come and watch me on my POV. Oh, did I set up my settings to fly around now? Yes, I did. Right, so we can turn that off. I need to press that to turn that off, that to turn that off, and then we can go Bosch. And that one to bring up people's names above their heads. Yeah, cool. It's good. It is a sea of orange with one lone Husqvarna in the mix. Shout out Smiles for running the Husky. Love to see it. Thank you for the Prime, Miles. Man, the support today has been crazy. I feel like, actually, can I check Twitch? Do we have like a hype train or something going on? Because I don't get to see that unless I'm on my shit. How do we activate... How do we get a hype train going? You've earned a hype chest. What does that entail? I've got no idea what that means. I do not have a mod in there, Holmes. But you know what? Since you're the first person to ask... How do I make you a mod? I don't know how to make you a mod. I need to scroll down. No. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I couldn't see it. Mod MX Holmes, Bosch, done. And Soru as well. Not Soru, Smarties as well. Mod Smarties. And Soru as well, just for the culture. Soru. Mod. There we go, we've got some mods in there now. Yeah, we haven't. I don't even know where I'd see if we have a hype train, but we don't. Either way, we've got 35 people watching on Twitch though. Nice. Right, I can close that. We're back. Thank you very much, Logdog. 6 years is a very, very long time. It's actually the exact amount of time that me and Linda have known each other. Oh, so we had a hype train going for a little while and then it ended. Gotcha. Okay. I must sound like such an unk, it's unreal. I'm just not... I'm not clued up. I'm not up to date with how the whole Twitch economy and community works. Bum 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 bum. Every time I type N on my keyboard, even on Discord, it pops up with the other HUD overlay. When's the ring for Mrs. Linda? I haven't bought one yet. I don't know. I genuinely don't know the answer to that question, Fuzzy. Should probably think about it soon, shouldn't I? She might get bored of me. No, I haven't raced yet, CBX. We're watching the 250 LCQ right now. But 250 and 450 goes on at the same time. So we've got this LCQ, then we're going to have the 250 main event after this, and then we're going to have my main event after that. Propose her on a random ARL Friday night on stream. No, I feel like I would cringe way too much. I would rather like take her out for like a walk or something, like somewhere just like looks really nice and pretty and green, like trees, flowers, all that shit, like slightly secluded, and then propose to her there. She's not the type of person that would want to be proposed to with lots of other people around. Right, automatic cameras. Vixnev's got 140 past 2. That is dedication. Is he in her? Or did he make it straight through? No, I think he made it straight through. Right, let's go on board with Mr. Bob Billy out the gate. Why not? I feel like he's decent at starts.
Make me a mod, bro. Also, I'm gonna bust on your face. Don't spend it all in one place.
It's a very, it's a very unique message there, Red. Thank you very much. The literal glaze. Love that. Right, Bob Billy. Not the start that you wanted. He may have been commentator's cursed there. Let me... Actually, I'm not a big fan of the automatic cameras. Let's have a little fly around. Let's see what's what. So, we've got Zizar, the Zaza MP1, about to get yeeted past by Mr. Svepia on the CDS Zero machine. He's going to take the lead. We've then got Nico going up the inside of Corley. Are they going to filter to the same line? They do. Corley playing it very smart, though. Went further inside than the inside. I think that's one of the benefits of these 250 machines, having that little bit extra grip. They can get away with flat tracking ever so slightly more. So your race leader, as they go over the line for the first time, it's going to be Svepia, followed by Nico, followed by Corley. Is it Nico or is it Reed? I think it's Nico, isn't it? To be fair, Reed, it does say red. It doesn't say Reed, so I didn't know it was you. But thank you. Cool. We've then got right. We now have so we've got Rico and a Nico. We've got Rico in that fourth and final transfer spot. Very short race here. We only have 5 minutes plus 1 lap. Got Zor on the Nova machine. Going to see if he can be trying to make his way through into that top 4, though. Just behind it, we've got the lone husky man. Smiles getting that rhythm section all kinds of wrong. I want to have a look to see what these 250 boys are doing through this rhythm section, because I've not seen anyone through it properly yet. At least I haven't been paying enough attention to it. Svepia is still looking good. I think the races here are going to be very, very close. But mostly for the wrong reasons. Mostly because it's a lot of follow the leader. And there's not really that much time to be gained or lost. You just have to kind of sit there, try and be as consistent and patient as possible, and then strike when the time is right or when somebody's made a mistake just in front of you. You say, oh, Rico's made a mistake. He does not need that. Does not need that at all. Hang on, do we have a... Corley's putting his hand up. I'm not sure if that's a sorry or if he's doing what I used to do by putting the... locking the button in, so you're riding one-handed all the time. Leo and Zor going into it a little bit. Everyone filtering into this middle right here. Bob Billy was down in turn 1. He got up in dead last. He is now already up into P5 low, looking to try and carry on making his way forwards to make it through to that main event. People were Linda launching. I didn't see that at all. It's crazy work. Ban him. Get him gone. Take a screenshot. Take a clip of the stream. Get him out of here. My favourite vegetable? Probably either Ricky or Wheels, to be honest. Like, they're both very, very nice people. They're pretty sound. Svepia he's extending the lead just by a tiny bit. Nothing crazy, but he's just keeping her up on 2 wheels. Corley trying to fit into a spot that didn't quite have enough room for him, so that's going to cause him to mess up, and then Nico's going to pull away just a little bit. Zor looking a little bit more comfortable in that P4 spot now. But no, Billy's still making moves. I do think that Billy's going to be able to get his way up into this top 4. We still have 2 minutes plus a lap to go. Kind of want to follow him around a little bit more. So first is only there, so that is not a million miles away. And so we've got first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So fourth is at the end of the whoops, just as Billy's going into them, and making mistakes. So if these boys don't lock in, they might be going home early, not making it through into that main event. And unfortunately for me, two people that I want to make it through here, being Gio and Bob Billy, outside of a spot. But Gio is looking in, however, getting all kinds of squirrely getting up the face of that finish line jump. Manages to keep her upright, though. Oh, commentator's curse. He's made a mistake. Kind of pinged out the end of that rut. I think he got a little bit too high on it, and the front end just went over the top. So that is going to move him down just one position. He's going to go from 5th to 6th. Bob Billy's going to move his way up an extra spot. Got to keep an eye on the cut slow as well. I know Bob Billy going off the track in turn 1, he could have got himself a second or two from rejoining there, but he's now going to have the man that he needs to pass right in front of him, right in his line of sight. These guys are going triple all the way through here. That's got to be so difficult to get consistently. Very, very disappointing. That's all right. He's barking away. Corley's made a mistake again. That's 2 laps in a row that he's got the whoop section wrong. Either the suspension isn't dialed or he hasn't quite got the tech down just yet, but he is going to give up his 4th and final spot. So now Bob Billy is going to move up into that final position and a little bit of a gap at the same time. These 3 just up the road from him, I don't foresee them doing anything silly, like trying to dive bomb each other or make aggressive moves. They all know that they're in a good spot to make it through to the main. Even Zor here, I mean, maybe he wants a better gate pick, but to be honest, when you're all the way out there around about gate 20, there's only so much you can do. That is one of the most retarded moves I've ever seen. Okay. I need to bite my tongue sometimes because people have no brains whatsoever. So that's going to give Zvepia an even bigger lead than he already had. So now Zor and Nico are going to be trying to get up and going again. Unfortunately for them, that combined mistake does mean that Bob Billy is going to be gaining on them. So he could be coming from the ground in turn 1 to a potential P2 here, if the cards fall in his favour. Corley still in that P5 spot. We've got Gio getting all kinds of sketchy in the whoops. He manages to rejoin just in front of Rico. Barely keeps her on the track there. I thought he was going through the bales. But we are on the last lap already. Svepia started out in front, still out in front. I don't think I've seen him put a wheel wrong this entire race. And you can see he's not sending it anywhere. He's being nice and patient, just riding the lines that he needs to, hitting his marks nice and smooth. So he should all but be guaranteed to go through to that main event. Zor is... I mean, he got off the ground a little bit faster than Nico did, but that was 100% his fault, that crash. Very, very stupid move. He has just gone down. Oh, he's kept it up on 2 wheels. Poboso in his favour right there. He was doing tricks on it. He was bouncing like crazy. So he's going to work his way through. Bob Billy is still catching on these two, so he's had very, very good pace. He only has about a 2-second gap low on Corley just behind him. Is Corley going to get the whoops figured out on this last lap? Not terrible. It did drop the front end a little bit at the end there, but still gets through. So as they go across the line, the man straight out of Sweden, he is going to be first. We've then got Nico going across in second. Zor going across in at third. Bob Billy in 4th, and that should be all that she wrote. No cuts. Corley can't quite get over the finish line. He's going to be there in P5. He's the first one back to the showers, and then Gio in P6 as well. So that is your top 4 going through to the East-West shootout, through to the main event. Different Nico. That's JR2 Nico. Makes the TikTok videos. That is not Nico Mooklab Nico. Different people. That was alright. Decent watch. It was over very, very quickly. We had a few retirees in that one. What was his name? Smile, the guy that was on the Husky by himself, didn't make it through to the end. That was a good comeback there. Bob Billy after being down in turn 1, not an easy task. But consistent, smooth, love to see it. That's so funny that as soon as I said about not making stupid moves, Zor just decided to go, you know what? The main line might be triple, but I'm just going to go far inside, cross-jump the shit out of Nico over to the outside. It's just how it be. It's how it be sometimes. The two 50 riders are a different breed. They just want it more. It's very, very aggressive. Thank you very much, Lemonop, for the raid. I think was that 4 people, if my notification's telling me right? W. Very, very kind of you. There we go. Who cross-jumped you? Zor, Zar, Zizar? I don't know what letter the X in his name replaces, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I would show you what Ryan has just sent me in the DMs after I said that I would
Been watching for a bit,
stream that
and
race.
as my good
But I
friend
fear it
Igor
would get me
say,
demonetized.
let IT ride.
They may be some of the squishiest female parts I have ever seen in my life. Holy. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get bricked up. My desk is going to rise. Oh shit, it is rising. I'm still watching it. Oh no! Help! Help! Okay, so we're going to stream like this for the rest of the night. I may be too bricked up to continue streaming as normal. We're coming back. We'll come back down. Alright, we're good. We'll put it up like an extra 2 inches. Need a little bit more room. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, Brian, for the 15 Great British pounds. I've been watching for a bit, and as my good friend Giggle would say, let it ride. Let it ride. Thank you very much. That's some crazy length you got going on there. You're right, you're right. I am definitely much more of a grower than a shower, so, you know, it's got to keep everybody knowing what they're in for. I mean, fat, short, shit hair. Decent jawline, actually. I can't include. I've got a good jaw on me. So I've got to be funny or good in bed. So Linda's got to be with me for one reason. If we've got for top 5, again, and I'll be honest, I don't know who's racing. This is going to be. I don't know if Ryan wants me in for to commentate the 250 main as well. I'll just keep an eye on my DMs, but we'll see. What I want to do first, though, is I am going to go to the little streamer's room. So you guys keep yourselves entertained for a second. I'll be back in just a minute. How do I mute my microphone now? I've got a different setup. There it is. Right, BRB. Gamers, the vibes are just high right now. Couldn't tell you why. Goonin? Don't do that. I just finish. Goonin's crazy. Accusations. Show me the proof. Oh, well, that is kind of how long I last anyway. So, yeah, I could have been gooning instead. Damn, today's been so good. Like across both streams, there's been so much support. I really do appreciate everybody so much. No PRP, no pre-race poo. That was just straight out of the pisser. Oh, straight out of the third eye.
If Clemson wins
AJ
tonight,
again.
I'm super chatting
Brother, chill.
$100 on
Thank
the
you.
next stream.
If
Folded
Clemson wins
hands
tonight, I'm
emoji.
super chatting $100 on the next stream. One second. Does Clemson play, or is that like a sports person that I should know of? I see Clemson University. Clemson Tigers. ESPN. Hang on. Is this NFL? I think it might be NFL. You know what? I've never watched an NFL game in my life, but I hope that Clemson wins. I hope they win. For my own bank account. Oh, it's basketball. Okay, it's not NFL at all. Bit of college b-ball. Big up Clemson. New fan. They got a new fan in me. Riders on the storm. Oh, I can put the music on again now whilst we're waiting. Bit of Clint Eastwood. Gorillas. It's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. I would like to throw out there, so you guys know I'm on the AJP team. This AJP team owner, Mr. BP, he has been absolutely infatuated with Arc Raiders ever since it came out. To the point where I've been made no skins, no bikes, nothing. He is currently away in Spain riding for the week. He is still in the camper playing Arc Raiders on a laptop. Somebody stop this man. Crazy work. ARLSX. We'll just wait for a second again. Oh shit, as the Live Golf starts as well. I'll tell you what, me and Rusper might be in for an all-day watch party with everything that's going on. So we're going to have... We got Call of Duty games to watch tonight once the stream's done. We're going to have Call of Duty games to watch tomorrow. We're going to have Supercross tomorrow. We're going to have Live Golf tomorrow. What else is going on in the world? MXGP races, yes. True. Just join Element, it's still owned by him. I don't think it is it? I don't think it has anything to do with Element anymore. Yes, and depends how much Element want to pay me. I thought Element split off and done their own thing now. Do. You know what I would love to happen tomorrow? Oh, what a good song. You guys need to go and watch me on Twitch if you want to hear the music I'm listening to. Oh, what a good song. I would love us to live in a fairy tale world where the 250 boys, the gate drops, and Cole's in the lead, Shimoda's in second, Pierce Brown's in third, and Deegan's in fourth, and they just all have a battle. The reason I want Deegan in fourth is so it's actually a little bit more difficult for him to win, because he'll just disappear. But I would love all the stars to align and that to be what happens. So I don't know. I want to support Levi a lot, but he just always kind of lets me down a little bit. So I think it's the same as if you're like a big Sexton enjoyer. It's hard to like support him too much when he keeps messing up. I just messaged Ryan saying put me in 250s again and send me more milkers. So we'll see what he comes back with. No, I can't trust you, Reed. I feel like you'd abuse your mod powers. Don't fight it, just keep breathing. I feel like Cole's whoop speed is just something else. It's generation. Oh my god, Ryan sent me more milkers. Look at... Oh my Jesus, how is that allowed on Discord? Holy shit. Oh boy, it's happening again. Oh god damn it. Ryan, stop. I can't keep the desk down. Please. I can't go too high. Actually, I've got to yeet my fan out of its plug socket. The wire's not that long, holy. We coming back up? Oh, hang on, it's broken. It stopped. I just had a semi. We're going all the way back down to flaccid now. There we go. Right, we're good. I don't think we need too many mods for anything at the moment. I feel like everything's fairly well behaved. Do you know what I've noticed more these days? Soru can attest to this whilst he's here. Even though the streams get more people now, they seem to be generally more well behaved. But a couple of years ago, when I first started streaming, like Soru was putting in a full-time job, just like muting people. Like I can't even remember some of the things people would say, but it was nuts. I remember there being one stream, and I was doing a race on that Jones track. It's like a massive fancy track, like really, really hilly. Is it a Lockdown Pro, something like that? And I just remember Soru messaging me afterwards, like, Jesus Christ, this is insane. But no, people are pretty well behaved these days. Yeah, thank you for all the follows on Twitch. I have just muted the music now for the time being whilst I'm commentating this, just so anybody that goes back and watches the Twitch VOD afterwards, they have audio whilst watching. Right, I can actually see who's in this now. So, okay, Bread, Rapid, KFC, Rapid, Zorzar, Zizar. Looked fast, but did not make a good impression with that move. Froxy had the red plate around 1. Ken's way too fast. I'll be honest, I'm kind of going to vote. I'm going to vote for Ken's here, just full like UK bias. And I've met Ken's a handful of times in real life, and he's very nice and way too fast on a real motorbike as well. So I've got Ken's tonight. Lipo, Valentin Leduc, Yoda, taking a break from traveling the galaxy. Got Fear Murder. This is actually much more stacked than I thought it would be. I'm actually excited to watch this. I think this is going to be good. No, I don't think somebody would lie about that bullhog. That was kind of crazy work. Yeah, I feel like that one might be reaching a little bit, but we will move swiftly past that. We don't want to be on the negative subjects too much. You ready tonight, Brock? Lovely stuff. Are you still on the Yamaha, aren't you? I think I asked this last night. Pretty sure I asked it last night, and I'm pretty sure you answered as well. You know, one thing that I've been quite surprised by is, you know how like sheep-like the MX bikes community is. As soon as somebody does really well on a certain bike, everyone else usually goes to that same bike also. But Ken's has been dominating the entirety of the East Coast. This is where I'm about to... I don't actually know which coast it was. Whatever coast is first. Ken's has been dominating every round on the Husky, and still we just have a sea of KTMs. So we will also see, bars by the way, how that goes for him tonight. Now you're doing Yami for Soupy and KTM for outdoors. That makes sense. That's not a bad shout. I thought I would just try and stick to the KTM tonight just so I can build up some more muscle memory with it ahead of the GPs on Monday. Do we have... Before this race starts, let me check my DMs quickly, because Aidan messaged me about what's happening with the K-Bell series. I said he's either going to call it a wrap or the last round of it will be on the 29th, so I'm guessing he's just been quite busy, and the sales of the tracks have been really, really bad, so he's kind of getting a bit deflated, like lack of motivation to keep doing them. Because it is a lot of time and effort that goes into it, and I know that he spends a lot of money as well buying the stadiums and things in the first place. So that would be the weekend after this, if he does that for the last round. Yeah, I think so. Outdoors is definitely a little bit more forgiving on the bikes you can use because you don't need that like instant acceleration if you're just able to keep the top speed up. The thing that does limit a lot of people outdoors now for bike selection is if the suspension on a bike is particularly bad. So to give you like a really over the top example, the TM 450 suspension Smarties, when you just messaged me, look, I just got a massive, like, red warning at the top of my chat when you messaged me there for some reason. And Oles as well. Oh, maybe it's because the mods are atting me, so it gives me a special mod. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. That's interesting. I'm guessing that's a different feature of this multi-chat thing that I'm using. I generally forgot what I was talking about now. Oh, no, anyway, yeah, it's cool. Right, everyone's in and synced. Let me tell Ryan. Oh, I can't bring up my messages with Ryan anymore. I just got big old bazookas looking at me. Holy moly. We'll go in the auto camera just for the start of the race, and then we'll do a little bit of fly around action. Ah, yes, sorry. So to give you a really over-the-top example about bikes that people can't really use outdoors, like the TM suspension is just not good enough. I'm pretty sure it uses like leaf springs from back in the day. So it's like, especially with how rough they try and make the tracks these days to slow people down. You know what? No, I am gonna free roam it. Who should we pay attention to off this gate drop, gamers? I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen Ken's not get a hole shot in any of the videos I've watched of him so far this year. And he's on the far inside as well. Maybe we'll stick to like this half of the gate and we'll watch everybody once the gate goes. Right. Buckle your seatbelts, grab yourselves a snack and a refreshing beverage. We have got the first 250 East-West Showdown of the year. The gate is down, and just as I predicted, Ken's good start there. Murder might cut him off a little bit. But no, they both get through clean. Ken's is going to get your Royal Distributing whole shit, and he leads them through the first rhythm section. They're all just doubling their way through. The 250's lacking just a little bit of oomph. Able to get it all the way out at the end, and he's going to be... Ken's? Ken's, where you gone? Okay, Ken's has disappeared off into the abyss. So now Murder is in the lead. How's Murder been looking like so far this season, gamers? Is he about it? Is he a big barker, big ripper? We have got Brad in P3 though. So Brad's had some pretty damn good results these last few rounds that I've seen of him, and he absolutely dominated the 250 outdoor season last year, so he will also be a heavy favourite to try and win this showdown. And he's already up past Ken's, up into P2. Going to set his sights ahead of him, try and catch up with Mr. Fear Murder up the road. These boys, I noticed the 250 guys do stand up a lot, even on really the completely flat corners as well. I saw Brad doing just up there, like all these guys doing it. So how clean is everybody going to be getting these triples? Ryland getting that all kinds of wrong. So I think Ken's went like triple, triple, double, triple there. And I do like the tripling all the way into the turn. It just lets you hit the 180 quicker and then hit the whoops better as well. So we've got Ken's just behind Ika. Ika... Everyone's flying up to the moon. What's going on? Is the server pooing itself? Well, it might just be me, actually, where I'm streaming across two different platforms. My internet might be dying. There we go. At the end of the official lap 1, we've got Murder leading us through. We've got Brad in P2. We've got Ika in P3. And we have got Ken's in P4. If my nationality knowledge serves me right, I think this is 4 different nationalities in the top 4 as well. So you'd love to see that. MX Bike's a worldwide sport. Got Zach rocking around here on the Nova machines. We've got quite a few Nova boys in it. Is that a newer development, or has that been about a while and now they're picking up some fast players? We've got Valentin Ledurch, one of the Frenchmen, who went to the MX Bikes LAN event in Italy back in 2024. He's munching around the track as well. We do have someone going down low. That is unfortunately going to be Zach. A little look over the shoulder, trying to get a safe track re-entry as well. Everyone carries on about their way. He's going to control the inside into that next left-hander. Got Humbo back here on the virtual motor machine. He does get into the bales though, so he's going to have an awful run through the whoops. That's going to allow Soderbergh to go through. Lipo getting all kinds of sketchy through there as well. Bob Billy not off to a great start here so far, so a great comeback
that he had in the LCQ, going from in the ground in turn 1 all the way up to a P4, I think it was. That he's all the way down in P15 right now, and not going to be quite as easy for him to work his way through traffic in the main event, just when the general caliber of rider is that much better. But he has got Yoda and LH just behind him. Another Santa Hat enjoyer right there, that I can see. And Svepia, your LCQ winner. He is down in last right now. Wait, is he last or... No, second to last, sorry. Nico's in last. He does move up a spot, though, so it's going to move him up to 20th. I've never spoken to the man in my life, verbally or through text, but he seems like a nice guy. And very, very helpful in the videos that he makes, so we'll root for Svepia. I hope he does well. Moves his way up the field a little bit. There's the man I was looking for. We have the Norwegian son of Steiner. Son of Steiner, son of Hakon. The next coming of the Norwegian riders, Mr. Froxy. Won his opening round of his 250 championship. Got the red plate early on. Not as good in the last couple of rounds, and he's all the way down in P17 right now. And again, I've said it a few times tonight, this track is notoriously difficult to pass on. Mostly because of corners like this, where the inside is just very, very dominant. So you can't really go much further off the inside than the inside. He's very lucky he didn't crash there. He got into the back of Humbo. These 4 riders are all going to bunch up with each other. That is going to... Oh my goodness! Froxy got into the back of Bob Billy there. I don't think that was fully intentional. It looks like Bob got hung up on the rut ever so slightly and had to stand the bike upright. And then Froxy was just cranked over and committed to it. He's going to overjump that triple into that section, though, which is going to mess him up for the rest of it. So he's going to be losing some time there. We have your... Where do you get? Second in the LCQ. Got Mr. Zizar. He's rocking around inside the top 10. He's in 9th right now. Got Ryland on the Nova Line machine. He's in P5. So then these are your leaders. So Murder checking out in front. Brad has made a couple of mistakes since last time we saw him. He's been demoted from 2nd back to that P4 position. He's got Ika just in front of him on the podium. And then Ken's here on that top Husky machine. He's barking around in P2. Commentators bias. We want Ken's to be winning this one. We have a soft spot for Ken's. Is Zaya? That's nowhere near what I thought it would have been pronounced. Alright, I'll try and remember that. Zaya. Noted. That X is just all over the place. Yeah, Murder is on one today. He's barking the course. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday that Murder stopped by for a bit. He seemed in good spirits yesterday. So yeah, he's out in front. He's barking. We are already starting to get into lappers here. So there's the man in the lead. We're going to keep on board here and see what some of these 250 lappers are like. Because for the most part in 450s, they're usually pretty good. But, you know, on the 250 side of things, you'll get people that are a little bit on the younger side. The general riding seems to be a bit more aggressive. And the issue that Murder's going to have right now is these two in front of him, Yoda and Svepia, they are battling for position as well. So we're not sure how aware they're going to be of the blue flag, or if they're going to be hitting that look back button. A little aggressive move up the inside from Svepia, and Murder does go down. And you might call it cap here or cope, whichever way you look at it. But I like using the excuse myself. Even if a lapper doesn't directly hit you or make you change line, a lot of time just their presence on the track can be distracting. And you see, now that Murder's made one mistake, he's now getting all kinds of out of shape. He missed the inside rut here, all out of rhythm as well. So now Ken's going to be trying to go up the inside of him. Ken's is going to take the lead, absolutely routed the inside rut there on that corner. So he's going to be promoted. So he's had his mistakes early on. After he got the whole shot, he's now regained, barking the course, up into the lead, and there is no looking back for Ken's. We'll see if he can keep on this kind of charge. I want to just double check what line he's taking here. So I think he's just coming up short. I don't think that's intentional, but I've seen a few laps here. He's had to go double and then triple out, rather than triple the whole way through and double out. But Murder, not going to let him go. There are downed riders, though. Doesn't affect the leaders at all. Good stuff. Love to see it. Svepia going down again, though. We've got even more leaders coming through here. Got Ika trying to take that sharp inside. He gets buried in the rut. That's going to allow Brad around the outside, just like the Trailer Park Girls. So this is getting very, very mixy here in this shootout round. Bob Billy not being able to progress as much as we would like him to, but he's in the main event. That's all that matters. That's how it is. Nico rocking around there as well. He's in 19th position. But Murder still right on the back of Ken. So even amongst all of that lapper drama, both riders are able to navigate their way through nice and quickly. I kind of want to sit on board with this battle right now, to be honest. Not too many times these days you get a nice, good first place battle, especially in the 250 class where people are across two different coasts and the competition is more thinned out, let's say. Both guys making mistakes. Murder got a great run through the whoops there, holy. Gained a lot of time on Ken's, I'd say at least a bike length or two. Everyone's starting to filter onto this inside. We'll see how deep these inside ruts get over the course of this 250 main event. They shouldn't get as deep as the 450s. The forces put into the ground on these 250 bikes, where they're lighter, not quite as high. So I don't know if they would have to end up switching lines at all over the course of this main event. We'll see as it develops. They are getting onto the back of some more lappers again now. I'm looking at my chat every now and then, and I'm seeing all kinds of algebraic formulas and equations going on, so I've got no idea what's happening in chat. Is my commentating that bad? We gotta entertain ourselves with formulas. What's going on? Barking. Yes, I don't believe that Murder and Kens are on the same coast usually. I think this is the first time they're racing against each other this year. Ken's dispatching of these lappers in a very good manner. So he's going to carry on barking the dirt course. Let's give some people a little bit further back some love as well. Let's go back to... What we got? Ika's in P3. Actually, so Murder and Ken's putting a decent gap on the rest of the competition. Ika, I've seen Ika starting to kind of just turning a little bit too sharp on a lot of these sharp insides. And then that's messed up the next rhythm section for him. I've seen him do that a couple of times now. He needs to a little bit slower in, try and open up the corner more, and then just smooth around the rest of the turn. He is going to give up the third place position though. Brad's going to move his way up into that third place now, rounding out that podium. Ika's going to follow him through. Back in P5, we've got Brad's fellow Frenchman, fellow teammate as well. We've got KFC on the skirt machine. Gets a little bit of a kick there, but he should be able to now just go double, triple, single maybe. No, he has to double the whole way through, so that's a big time loss for him. Then got Zach, still staying roughly around the same position. He's working his way through the lapped traffic also. We've got Valentin and Ryland going at it here. This is for position. But looking at the cuts, as they've just updated, Ryland does have a fair few cuts. Looking to be about 4 seconds worth of cuts there. Valentin almost managed to ride out the front flip. Very, very close. Got another skirt rider. There's lots of skirts going on in here. We do find Froxy. Where's Froxy up to so far? So he has made positions. Froxy is up into 10th place right now. Probably not moving up the positions as quickly as he would like to. We are 10 minutes deep into this main event. We've got another 5 minutes plus 1 lap left to go. And in 5 minutes, you can save 20% or more on G Fuel using code LINS. I'll wait another minute, actually, and I'll do the MTG plug, because that's 4%. So that works perfectly. I'll give it another minute until I do shameless plugs. Froxy going to bark up the inside of Nicholas there. Nicholas very heads-up riding. I think he heard Froxy on the inside, just gave up the position. Didn't want to force the issue and then have both riders going down. Am I correct in saying that if Nicholas has Paboso gear on, but it's not the stock, like, darker grey one here, it's the lighter grey, does he actually have Paboso gear on in-game as well? I'm pretty sure that is correct. So Nicholas, all about the style. All about the swag, rocking that Paboso gear. He's going to carry on riding around in P10 there after Froxy's demoted him a position. We have got Justin on the Aptos machine. Another Christmas hat enjoyer. Everyone's going... oh my goodness, look at... oh no, it just took a while to load in. These ruts are getting pretty triangulated. So I'm not surprised to see these guys going really far inside. So we've got 4 minutes left in this main event. If you want to save 4% on your MTG pre-order, then use code LINS4. At preorder.motocrossgame.com. There you go, another plug. I don't know, the chat's going crazy. I don't know what's going on with the chat. We'll just let them do that. Where's Bob Billy up to right now? He's up to 14th spot. So all these guys are very, very, very slowly working their way up through the field. It looks like Kens has put a good gap on second place now. He is 11.8 seconds clear of Murder. And I told you, it's what he does. And he just seems to bark the dirt course on that 250. I wonder if he's going to move up to 4s for GPs or AMA outdoors at all, or if he's going to try and stick in that 250 life. I'd like him to stick in 250s because I don't want to lose even more positions to people. But yeah, he's barking around. Lipo's on a lap down. I think Humbo's a lap down. Nico and Billy going at it barking. And then we've got, there you go, Murder's in P2. We've then got Zaya. Oh no, Zaya's a lap down. Okay. Dennis is lap down. So there's Brad in P3. So actually quite a big gap between P2 and P3 as well. So everybody on the podium, very, very spread out. Got Ika in P4. He's not a million miles away from Brad, but he's still got some work to do. Then a gap back to KFC, a little gap back to Zach as well. Then another little gap back to Valentin. So them early battles that we saw slowly all fizzling out. Everybody finding their place in this main event. Couple seconds between everybody. I mean, there is no immediate battles anywhere. Now we got, who we got here? We got Justin and Nicholas going at it. This is a battle for the top 10 still. So we are still inside the top 10 right here. Kens is about to lap inside the top 10, which is pretty crazy work. He's got 2 minutes plus a lap left to go. He's going to put Justin a lap down, and Justin currently in 11th spot. So then Nicholas will be the P10 rider. That's going to go a lap down as well. Heads up lap in as well. Even though he's in a good spot, still looks over the shoulder, gives the leader the inside rut, and then everybody carries on about the rest of their race, no problem at all. Ken's going to be loving that. So we've got Froxy up into 9th. He's going to be putting Zvepia a lap down. He's actually almost 2 laps down to Ken's. So yeah, these guys are... There is a bit of a distinction between the top and the bottom of the field. Look at the Bumba Trench. Somebody's dropped a bomb. What's... Oh my god. Okay, I'm scared of hitting that in my race. If that's like this for 250s, that's going to be nuts for 450s. We might have to be moving around on the track a little bit to try and avoid that hole. MX Bikes the road, everybody. Lovely. Lipo, a little bit of an unsafe track reacher there. Humbo's going to get into the side of him as they get going. These guys are all going to be trying to chase down Soderbergh here. So we have got around that kind of 10th to 14th or so position. There are some decent jostling for positions going on there. Murder is starting to fall further and further behind Ken's. I'm not sure if it's personal mistakes, if it's lappers that have come into play here. But he had a very, very good run at it on the first half of this race. There's a few mistakes himself, let Ken's go past, and then the issue you got after that is you just have to push that much harder to try and make that time and position back. But he's in a comfy P2. No immediate danger. He is currently sat right on the booty cheeks of Mr. Lipozek. Lipo getting out of the way though. Nice heads up lap in as well. Maybe sat in front of him for one corner. So you'd love to see that. Give the people going to lap down their flowers. See, Murder went to the right of that hole that formed there, trying to stay out of it. A little bit sketchy though. Kind of coming up a little bit short on every single jump there. So Kent is going to make it over the finish line, so there will be 2 laps left to go of Birmingham. The first 250 shootout of the year. Oh, he does land in the bales on the left there, so he doesn't quite get the oomph to get the on off. But all these jumps look like such a stretch on these 250 machines. I do feel for these guys. I do not envy them in the slightest. And look, oh my, look how deep. That is pretty much vertical. That's nuts. Okay, you're gonna have to get that bike so cranked over. Very interesting. So I think this will almost be the guaranteed positions for the top 3 here with no immediate battles going on. We've got Brad, he's there in 3rd. Now, KFC has made the move around Eka, so we'll see once the timing updates. We'll see if there's any cuts come into play here or if it is genuinely as they run. But look at the trainer lappers these guys have got in front of them. This is going to be very, very sketchy coming into this last lap here. I see about 5 different lappers just up the road. Oh my Jesus, KFC has sent Nico over the berm. He's gone flying. Nico came in... Nico, Jesus Christ. KFC came in with so much speed there. He is going to go around his teammate Brad. Brad doing tricks on it, crazy style on the exit of that corner. We love the Poboso physics. So KFC has gone from P5 to P3 at the perfect time in this race. He is peaking just when you want to peak. So he is going to be in... No, he is in 4th, so there are still cuts at hand. So KFC is going to have to put his head down and charge just a little bit. He needs to gain another second on his teammate Brad. And then Murder's got plenty of time. Murder's 8 seconds clear of these two. Ken's is 11 seconds clear of that. Well, I think I do have to follow Ken's just over the finish line. He's got 1 corner left to go. Doing what he's done all year. Doesn't matter how many people, how many coasts you combine. There it is. Ken's getting the dubski. Lovely win for him. 11 seconds back will be Murder. Where is he? Is that him? Yeah, Murder's going to go across the line there. So we've got KFC here. Brad is caught behind lappers a little bit. I mean, KFC is also caught behind lappers, but he could get 3rd place here. We're going to see what happens with the cuts as they go across the line. Brad gets it by 0.4, so wasn't able to pull away just enough was KFC. Ika's going to go across the line in 5th. We should have Zach coming across here in 6th place. And then we'll have Valentin in 7th place, just up the road a little bit there on the Husky. And then we'll have Froxy back here in 8th. And that is actually the last person on the lead lap in this race. So, yeah, Ken's lapped all the way up to... Well, he lapped 9th place, so he came all the way back up to 8th. Lapped all the way up to 8th right there. So a decent shootout there. Had some good battles early on. It fizzled out a little bit towards the end, but overall some pretty decent racing. So, yeah, Ken's is your first 250 shootout winner of the year. Murder in second, and Brad rounding out that top three. He gets on the podium after the cuts come in. You see KFC had 3 seconds of cuts there, which done him a little bit dirty at the finish line. Right, I need to hop straight back over now into my server and hope that the thumbs haven't died too much. Can I get a definitive answer in chat? Is it Shootout or is it Showdown? Because I use them intermittently. I change back and forth between them all the time. I feel like it's Shootout. But then I always say Showdown, and then I remember, oh, last time I said Showdown, this time I need to say Shootout because Shootout's correct. But now Sorry's saying Showdown. I do like Shootdown. Or Showout. Showout just sounds like you're turning up, and that's all it is. Sail away with me, honey. Put your heart in my hands. Well, they genuinely changed it. That would explain my confusion. Man, why are we ripping laps of the track? Did I just black out, or was that just insane ping difference? I don't think I touched him. Did I touch him?
Tell you what, he gives himself a facial there, doesn't he?
Oh my! That did. I don't think that looked like that the first time. Look at the spring and rebound that he's got. That is some insane ping. Like, he basically stopped moving forwards. He just went up in the air. Chase, we're going to have to talk to the parents about getting some better internet installed there. That's crazy work. That is the craziest of works. Right. It starts very, very quickly. Thank you very much for the membership there, Rodek. Race time, gamers! I'm going to say it now, before I get angry mid-race. We've had a really good stream today. So if this main event goes, like, kind of stinky, then it's okay. The rest of the stream's been really good fun. So again, thank you everybody for all the support today across both platforms. Yeah, I think there's 3 of them across the year. So the first one being at round 10 is kind of crazy. Oh, I went way wide. Holy. Okay, we survived, thank God. I was scared there. I thought I was going to go down with Tyler and from Jake. Wait. Seeing all the riders in this race, my heat race was stinky. I had nobody. The other heat was stacked. Oh, my thumbs aren't working just yet, they're still cold. The commentating's done me dirty. You ever seen anybody look back mid-whoop section before? So I haven't. Couldn't slow down enough, couldn't move. And get the worst respawn possible because of it. And it wasn't even my fault. Wrong place, wrong time. What are we doing? Brother, just hit a fucking whoop section. God, I was so locked in at the start and now I'm just getting caught up by people's mistakes. So I can't move anywhere once I'm locked into the whoop, so I'll just crash if I try and swerve. Wrong place, wrong time twice. Oh, hit a hole. Surely not 3 times in a row. Surely not. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. Oh, holy. I'm getting so nervous being behind Tyler here. He's faster than me everywhere else, it's just the whoops. Oh my Jesus. God damn it. We might be each other's bad luck charms this race. don't know if I'm trying to like force the issue too much or what, but I just can't find a good place to pass. Because that inside drifts right, and that right side he drifts left. But I'm just so much like faster, I just can't find a way around. Oh man, it's such a frustrating race again. I don't want to sound like a broken record every week, but goddamn. There was podium potential today. Elected with a few wrong people. Just can't get around others. One-line track. So what? Who said that? But I think my pace has been so much better this week. Like, much better than it has been previously. So we'll try and take that as a positive and build from that. Still 2.5 minutes plus a lap to go. It's felt like a really, really long race. I mean, we're on lap 21 right now. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam. Oh, Cam. Oh, it's gonna fuck me now. Oh. Oh, we're done. I thought that was another lap. I forgot that it goes from white flag straight to checkered when you've been lapped. Oh my goodness, what a frustrating one, gamers. Thank you very much, Zebdimus, for the 6-person raid. That's very generous of you. That's nice. Damn, what a frustrating race again. So, positives. Good start. Clean riding around the top boys. My pace was definitely better than it has been previous weeks. And my whoops today, for some reason, were on crack. My whoops were great. I don't know if it's just the KTM compared to the Yami. So pros, good stuff to take out of today. Negatives, could have been a 3rd place in there, 100% easily. Got collected by Tyler twice in the whoops, which I genuinely could not avoid whatsoever. I made 2 stupid pass attempts on Aiden, which cost me both times. And the track is absolute dog shit. That was an awful track to race. I don't know if you guys had fun watching it. So I wanted to get the good stuff out of the way first before I went on to the negative stuff afterwards. Yeah, that track was shit. The sim guy's done such a better track at making a good track for racing. I didn't enjoy that one bit. But I'm happy where my speed's at this week. The speed's definitely better. Definitely better. This bike was made by Dashpack. He sent this to me in my DMs. Yeah, there's definitely good and bad stuff to take away from that. I'm curious to see what the ARL Discord are going to say, like general consensus about how that track was, because I thought that was awful. I think Reed got cupped by our server's gone down. I can't scroll through. I think Reed got cupped by somebody. Troy was right on my booty cheeks at the second to last lap there. Yeah, there's good and bad stuff to take out of that, I think. I thought my general riding, I think, was good. I thought it was fine. It felt smooth, felt consistent. When I got collected by Tyler them two times, I feel like it did kind of kill my flow quite a lot. And then the issue with that is, I think I lost like 3 or 4 positions whilst getting caught up with Tyler. And I mean, you guys could see how difficult it was to get around people on that track. But I think I've done a better job than I usually do of trying to mess around with different lines. So the middle rut before the finish line, I moved over to quite early because that inside was starting to get a bit sketch, and it worked well to pass Aiden once. Yeah, overall it was a very, very 50-50 round, that was. Very 50-50. It was good and bad at the same time. But Aiden made me this, and I think it was right today. We still got it a little bit. It's old but fast, if you can't see that, if you're watching on like your phone or something. I feel like my riding on sim on Wednesday as well was pretty good, like all things considered, even though I didn't make it through the heats. I had good starts and rode well for a while. And then bikes went good too. So yeah, positive things to take out of that. But I hope everybody had a good time today. Maybe I need to have a drink before the start, or at the start of every stream, because yeah, the vibes are good. The vibes are flying. Yeah, my number's still 3. I think my number's 3 forever now, as long as I keep scoring enough points each season to keep it. This skin was made by BP. It's a personal skin. It's not downloadable, just for me. Yeah, good stuff all around. I enjoyed it. The support today, both on the YouTube stream and the Twitch stream, has been ridiculous. So thank you everybody so much, whichever platform you were on. I really do appreciate it. I think, is there a way of me seeing how many new subs we gained today? Or can I only see that after the fact? Because here it says 53 subscribers, but I don't know if that's... I think that's total subscribers. I believe. No idea. Either way, really good stuff. So thank you everyone so much. I can't even just go and... Actually, no, I think I'm going to go and watch the Call of Duty games now with Charlie. And then at... Is it... Oh, actually, no. I've only got an hour and 15 minutes to do that. I've got 2 monitors. I watch the games with Charlie, and then I'm probably, whoever's streaming the NA side of things, their POV, I'll probably dabble around on Twitch there, going back and forth. I should be able to, before I end it fully, does anybody know how I raid somebody else? Ah, hang on, you guys can do this with me. So instead of me just end, because I can end the streams now, but it just ends both. If I raid somebody first and then end the stream, it should move all the Twitch people over, shouldn't it? So if I press raid, same category, MX bikes, we've got money races, getting ready for Monday MXGP. I like the sound of that. I like the GP stuff. Back on the grind, day 13. Got an early player. Bike life, no, never, sorry. This guy's on a TM. I respect the TM work. Create own bike design. You know what, we'll give it to Mr. Zombie here. Give it to Zombie. He's on the grind as well. I can see him in testing. I think he's on like the hundreds worth of laps here. So if I click that, actually I can preview it to make sure it's okay. Yeah, we'll move everybody over here. Why not? Start raid. I think this is how we do this. And so it counts down a race. So we've got 10 seconds. Zomi is sick. Oh, cool. There you go. Send it over to a right person. So there you go. Everyone go over. Show Zomi some love. I'm going to press the end stream button on my side now. So again, thank you everyone very, very much. Actually, I can press raid now. Raid now. Is that how that works? There we go. Right. W. Yeah, good shit, everybody. Right. Thank you again. I'll catch you all later.